no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See? We didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
ADOT presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take two.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, CABA, and this station.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com.
Discover the ultimate diamond buying experience, unparalleled quality at unbeatable prices.
Hi, I'm Diamond Dave, and at our Buy Appointment office, you'll receive truly personalized one-on-one service for your needs.
No high overhead of standalone stores or mall hours to pay for. We're direct diamond importers designing and manufacturing in-house, eliminating all the middlemen.
Stop overpaying at retail and enjoy serious savings on quality diamonds.
From the first consult to the final reveal, we'll guide you through every step, ensuring you get your dream diamond ring, necklace, or earrings without compromise.
Romantic proposals, anniversary splurges, or just because. Indulge in diamonds for less.
Call today for your private appointment for a dazzling diamond.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450, 480-397-2450, or follow him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's at Diamond Dave, Kantor.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Wherever you go, take us along. Listen to our live stream on our free Fanatic app. Download it today.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday, I think. It's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. It's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside not Randy White. He'll be along when he's damn good and ready. Got Keon Rose in the control room. Ralph from Harmon Solar might join us a little bit later. But we always have you guys on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale on International Day of Friendship and National Cheesecake Day. So go have a slice of cheesecake with a friend? I don't know.
Something like that?
It's not something that just occurs to me. Like, hey, we're friends. Let's have cheesecake. I'm like, let's have a cigar and some whiskey.
Me neither. That friend is usually a woman if cheesecake is involved.
Yeah, you're probably right. But it's not like you don't eat it.
No, I eat it. Like I like cheesecake, but I don't
ever eat the hell out of some cheesecake right now. I don't know why we're not eating it at this moment.
I don't really seek out cheesecake, but if I happen to be at a restaurant and they've got it on the menu, then I'm gonna have some cheesecake.
Well, do whatever the hell you want to do. It's International Friendship Day and Cheesecake Day and well, whatever. Anyway, Wilbur says, and a salute goes out to our National Day of Friendship Day to that loser Geno Smith of the Seattle Seahawks. He's not here yet, Wilbur. If you're going to talk crap about Geno Smith is a good guy. And he's a pretty good quarterback. But if you're going to talk crap about the Seattle Seahawks, wait until Ralph's actually here. Because that was just wasted. That was a wasted shot, Mr. Wilbur.
And then when Ralph actually gets here, everyone else has already heard it. It doesn't land the same.
I mean, I would say, you shouldn't be shooting at anybody. You're blind, just should not.
Oh my God.
You should ask. You should say, hey, which direction and is he there? So just saying. By the way, yesterday, somebody brought up that suddenly the 1580 The Fanatic app was not on the Google Play Store. Now we went and checked, and you're right. And so then we checked the Apple Store thing. It's there. So it's only Google Play where we fell off. And then I asked the nerds, and there's like, well, because those other nerds over there with those nerds didn't do the nerd thing. And I said, well, God damn it, do the nerd thing so you can get those people to do the nerd thing, because then everybody with a Droid can't download the app. And they said, well, what? I said, what happened? They said, well, some security thing with the GPS and the ESP and all these acronyms. And I'm just like, fix it. So it's being worked on. I saw the inter-nerd communications, because I get copied on all that stuff. Inter-nerd communications are going fast and furious to get that damn thing back up there. There's no reason for it not to be up there. But if it's some sort of security issue with Google, they had a problem. So like now they're making it everybody's problem. So everybody who has an app had to do a thing, although our paperwork was filled out correctly. I'm only sharing this with you because I had to be bored with it too.
And that's the rule.
Have you ever tried to read emails between nerds? Holy God.
I'm glad I don't have to. I would not enjoy it.
You are correct. Anyway, so hang in there. If you don't have the Android app, it is coming back. But in the meantime, you can, with your phone, go to 1580thefanatic.com and just hit play on the stream that's there at the top of the page. Just click the listen live, and it'll open up the stream for you. So that's like a little cheat where you don't have to have the app. But everybody else who has the app, please continue to enjoy it. Pants on, pants off. It's none of my business. I'm not here to judge. We prefer pants on, personally. And if it's pants off, we just don't want to know.
Yeah, just keep that to yourself. And then
no
we're all
good.
good. We're all good.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here. All right, so what do you want to talk about first? The Olympic stuff or everything else?
Let's get the Olympic stuff, because then we can kind of get that out of the way, since some folks complained about it.
Well, now I can just blame you. Keon wanted to do the Olympic stuff first.
There you go.
So we're going to talk about some stuff. It's not probably going to be as much as yesterday, but it ain't a little, because a lot of stuff is happening. Let me give you what matters. This is what everybody really wants to know as they're driving home from work. This is what they really want to know. How many medals do we have? Well, I'll tell you how many medals we have. A lot. We have 26, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
26. Now I got to click on the full medal tracker to give you an idea. We got 4 gold, 11 silver, 11 bronze, and 18 titaniums. I just made that up. There's no titaniums.
I was like, wait, hold on.
But isn't like titanium worth more than bronze?
I have no idea.
And maybe silver. I think we got our medals wrong.
Well, it's just over time, titanium may have become more valuable, like in terms of practical use, which means it's obviously more valuable in general. But when those medals were being given out, no, silver and bronze were up there.
I saw the American men. I don't know what the sport was, to be honest. I think it was gymnastics. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. All I saw was like they were celebrating. They're all holding their medals going, ha ha, we got medals. And I'm like, dude, those are bronze. You shouldn't be that happy. You shouldn't be that happy over third place. But I get it.
They were
underdogs, a lot of work to, just get medals, because there's a lot of other people fighting for just a medal. Yeah, but I don't know how. I mean, I'd be in the picture smiling. I'll hold it up, but I'm not going to be like most of those guys. I think my level of happiness would be tempered by the fact it's bronze and not silver or gold.
From what I understand about that gymnastics team, though, man, they were underdogs. They weren't even supposed to get that far.
Here, let me show you the faces for the different medals. And I know that
Here comes Monkey Puncher to tell
get
you.
mad,
But
but you
it is-
can't see this.
Yeah,
Here's bronze medal. Eh?
just decently,
Yeah,
pleasantly,
pleasant
yeah.
smile. Hey, we medaled. Okay,
Pleasantly
here's
surprised.
silver.
happier.
Here's gold. That's the difference. So I just don't want to see gold level smiles on a bronze.
I think your own expectations for what you thought you were going to do kind of matter there. If you didn't think you were even going to medal, and then you get a bronze,
well, then there's only one pose for that. You shrug and smile like, I guess we won.
well, that's the thing is you did a bunch of stuff to get it though. Like it wasn't just given to you. You went out there and absolutely competed at a high enough level that you're impressed with yourself. You
Okay.
overcame what you thought were your own limitations. You know,
Let's play a game, Keon. Let's play guess which medal won't get you laid.
no, that one will work. That one will work.
Bronze?
Yeah, 'cause
Bronze isn't getting anybody laid.
You know who's not getting laid? Fourth. The
Sure,
guy that
but
that was
neither is bronze.
Oh, the Olympic Village tends to disagree.
Oh no,
You-
I don't mean
you-
there.
you-
that's
you
that's
walk-
like Caligula happening
It's-
there. I'm
you
not
walk-
talking about the Olympic
No,
Village.
no, I'm sorry. If you're on the
Wait a
third
minute.
best gymnastics team on the face of the earth, you're a fit, lean athlete. You show up with a bronze medal somewhere.
No.
There is no woman that's going to be like, "Oh, should have been gold."
Listen,
I
you
just-
show up at a bar here in the United States, you flash a bronze, people are going to pat you on the head like you're Corky from that TV show in the
I
80s.
think you are underestimating what it means to be third in just America. Okay, third on the face of the earth. No, you if you can't get that to get you somewhere, you're just bad at talking to people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
I
it's
think
just
in
me.
The Olympic Village is one thing, but I think anywhere else, that bronze ain't getting you.
I can make a bronze medal work, man. That's
I know what to get you for Christmas.
Well, you can't just give it to me. That's not impressive.
You just show up and like show your girlfriend. Hey, she's gonna be like, "What? We already just shut up."
If you can't make a bronze medal work, you're just not good at it.
Monkey Puncher says, "It's okay. I found a workaround. I will just stream your YouTube feed on my Tesla Model X while I'm driving. Whenever you make a visual reference, I wish you would not do
Still
that.
seems dangerous. Please don't do that.
I don't want to be responsible for
It's just
whatever, unless you're using the self-driving mode. Even then, don't do that.
you
That's probably
use
bad.
your imagination like everyone else is doing when things are described to them on the radio. Please do not stream things while you drive.
By the way, how do you like that Tesla Model X? I thought if I was going to have one, it'd be one of those. You know, seems like it'd be pretty functional. Although I just can't bring myself to do the electric car thing. And then I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'd get one of those Tesla Model S's, the super duper kind, not the kind that most people try to race me with and then lose. I'm talking about the real fast ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The extra special ones. But I like the X's. They seem all right.
They seem all right. I've seen some of those Rivian cars around. They look nicer to me.
Yeah. I think you got something there. Those the Lucids look pretty cool. The
Yeah.
Rivians, but somebody's bankrupt and the other one's way expensive, or they all way expensive.
Oh, they're all expensive, but I can't tell you who's the one that is more affordable.
All I know is in the zombie apocalypse, me and my giant truck with a gasoline V8, we're gonna be all right. I don't know about the rest of you.
Apocalypse situation. That's how it's gonna go.
Kind of need some petrol for that one. Big George says, hey, if you have an Android phone, just stream the. I already told everybody that. Oh, he says on the TuneIn app. Find 1580 The Fanatic on the TuneIn app.
Oh.
Yeah, but as soon as we get our app back and working, I mean, it's easier and better to have our app. Angry Texan says, when are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? I'm not that fat.
It's very
I just
insulting.
feel that's just kind of
just kind of disrespectful to say it that way.
I was going to go to Valley Medical Weight Loss here pretty soon, but that was just hurtful, Angry Texan. But I mean, you're angry and a Texan.
So it tracks.
Can't be surprised. He says, no, listen, I followed Dylan Cohen there and I bet on Paul Skeens to strike out 7.5 more. I picked Greece to beat Spain in basketball. Didn't happen. I think I know what's going on here. Are we supposed to deep fade Dylan?
Did you take the RJ Barrett Canada pick too? Because I made all of those picks as well, and I broke even because of the RJ Barrett. So I'll take it. I didn't lose anything.
Yeah, listen, here's the deal, Angry Texan. Again, we're gonna have to talk to him about he shares what he thinks are the safer ones. So because he don't want to feel responsible for getting mere mortals, in any kind of trouble. But then when you see how impressive a bunch of his other stuff is, a lot of his other bets, you'd feel silly, right? This is just it's just a run of weirdness, is what this is. Angry Texan
happens.
So no, I wouldn't deep fade him, but I'm going to try to talk to him and say, listen, throw some of your other stuff out there, the brave stuff, the stuff that we're like, holy crap, dude.
But like, even without Dylan, wouldn't you have taken Skeens over 7.5? Because I was going to do that anyway.
I
would, without him saying that.
Yeah.
And he got 6. He was close. No cigar.
So my hope is that he shares some of those other things here pretty soon. And and remember, just be careful. This is gambling for a reason. Whether it's been Dylan Cohen, the guy that used to be on, and even Against the Spread. Against the Spread has had some great advice for us, and we've used it. But then there's been a couple that have just fallen flat. That's just the way it is in the world of gambling. But I think Dylan Cohen might be too conservative. I think he needs to share some of his other stuff with us. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not here today.
He didn't try to really mention it, but he did sneak one in there with the Canada and RJ Barrett performance pick, or whatever the bet was called. Had to search it on the FanDuel app. That one paid out very nicely. I was okay with how things worked there.
So sorry about your loss there, Angry Texan. But remember, we don't promise nothing. This is just for entertainment purposes only. And I think you're going to find that his hits are going to be more often than his misses, and especially if he starts showing you, the good stuff. Average Joe says, I thought the elephant in the room was the missing Randy, who's on leave from the show. It is not a disciplinary. He's not in trouble. It's his story to tell. It's none of my damn business to tell it. It's none of your damn business, to hear it. So, Randy will be back around. Don't worry. Randy will be back around. All right. So we've come all this far, and the whole point was that we're going to talk about some Olympic stuff. So here's what we know. Team USA snagged a bunch more medals. No golds yesterday, but we got some golds today. Simone Biles and the U.S. women's team got their gold, and I think there's some other medals that have come in, but I don't have a feed in front of me for it. But so Simone Biles making good. Call it her redemption tour, call it a comeback, call it whatever you want. She's killing it. We did continue to hold on to the overall medal lead. We got 26 right now, and Japan. I guess let's see who's in first place for gold. Let me just click a button here. Still Japan.
I think it's Japan. Yeah.
Japan, then China, and then Australia, and then France. So that's the gold thing. The United States only has 4, but we're still kicking their ass in total medals. Let's see here. We added a bunch of medals yesterday. Snowboarding, we got a bronze, silver, and bronze in women's swimming, 2 bronze medals in men's swimming, a bronze in men's fencing, and then men's gymnastic team. Yeah, we were talking about that a second ago. Look at us, bronze. I guess it's a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal if you haven't medaled since 2008.
Yeah, and you're still an underdog team, and you're again, like, it's the whole world is competing. It's not 5 countries. It's all of them.
I get it. And I might sound a bit like my dad. He's like, well, you couldn't get silver. I understand. It's great you got your bronze.
They weren't supposed to medal at all.
Not sure how big they should make them practice how big the smiles are for whatever medal. But whatever. That's fine. There's a lot of fun viral things still going on. I don't know about this. Tori Husk, the American who won the gold in the women's 100-meter fly. She invited her teammate, Gretchen Walsh, who got silver, get up here with me on the top podium. Yeah, well, it's such a nice moment. I was like, no, that's not how this works. What are you doing?
Because they're both Americans.
I know you're both Americans, but you got gold, she got silver. Just stay where you're supposed to be. That bothered my OCD a little. That's a silver. You're not supposed to be there. That's a bronze. You're not supposed to smile that big.
It's very curmudgeonly of you.
Everybody stay the hell you're supposed to be.
And off of your lawn also.
Yeah, completely off my lawn. I don't know. Just that's nice. Yay, participation jump up one level. No, you're silver.
Well,
stay on the silver. Stay on the silver platform.
That hasn't changed. You didn't petition them to also give her a gold. They're teammates and competitors. They pushed each other in practice. Tori Husk is better because Gretchen Walsh was there pushing her. Like that's that's part of the reason you get gold is because you've got someone else that you're competing with in practice. Then when you go out to compete against everybody else, you're in a position to be even better.
Yeah, okay.
It's just teamwork, man.
You know, if I have the HOV plates, I'll get in the HOV lane. If I don't get in that lane. If I have the silver, I stay on the silver podium. If I have a gold, I get in the gold. I
think she's aware of which medal she got in reality. They were just celebrating together. You pushed me, I pushed you. I got out on top this time. Come on, get up here.
Oh, it's like that.
Well, only if you say it like that. That's not how I meant that. That's not how I meant that even remotely.
Say no more.
As swimmers and competitors.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No winking. No nudging. No nudging here,
like
sir.
Nudging.
No nudging. I was nudging, not a thing. Nothing was nudged.
All right. Well, no, it's okay. I get it. We got to take a break. We come back to your texts and back to some more of this. Don't worry, we're not spending like hours on the Olympic stuff. I just got like a few things to talk about, and then we'll go on our way. We got Diamondback stuff to talk about. Sorry, Keon. We got just all sorts of stuff. Trades have happened. Lots of stuff to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, the Arizona Diamondbacks back on the diamond tonight in Phoenix as they take on the Washington Nationals. On Monday, Arizona scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, pulling out a 9-8 victory. Ryan Nelson gets the start tonight for the Diamondbacks. He's 7-6, a 4.85 ERA. Patrick Corbin will go for Washington, 2-10, an ERA over 5. Arizona minus a run and a half, plus 120 on the run line. Washington getting a run and a half, minus 140. On the money line, Nationals plus 145, Diamondbacks minus 175. The over-under run total is at 9.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Realtors. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. The United States women's gymnastics team took home gold in the team final earlier today. Simone Biles led the way, claiming her 8th career Olympic medal, the most of any American gymnast. But Biles says she's not focused on GOAT status right now.
Yes, it's amazing now that I hear it, but I don't think I'll truly understand the depth of it until I walk away from the sport. So you never know, because we still have a couple more competitions here. So I'm trying to focus on that. And so we'll just have to see.
Biles will return to action on Thursday in the all-around final. She'll be joined in that event by her teammate and defending Olympic champion, Suni Lee. And the surfing competition scheduled for today and tonight has been postponed due to surfing conditions in Tahiti, where the competition is being held. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, picturing yourself moving in and calling it home, and quite another navigating the world of price negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. An agent who's a realtor can make understanding that world easier. Realtors have the expertise, access to proprietary data, and tools to help you get from imagining living somewhere to actually doing it. That's the kind of help we can provide, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Not all policies will qualify. Not available in all states.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down. Covered by the Verizon 5G network. And for less than $30 a month, we make your phone your ride or die. Switch now and pick a free 5G phone with qualified plan purchase. And your 4th line at no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see totalwireless.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Here on 1580 The Fanatic. Usually this is where we have Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen, giving some gambling advice, but he's on the road somewhere, and he gave me his bets, so I'm going to read them for you right now. I don't pretend to have the analysis for it, so if you really want to see the analysis, go to 1580thefanatic.com, scroll down on the right, click on Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen, and it's right there. So I'm just going to give you the short version, but if you want to go and read all his thinking, because his thinky parts is, all displayed right there in his column, but it's here's what he's betting on. He's got, let's see, Olympic men's basketball. That's kind of what he focused on first. He's got Puerto Rico versus Serbia, and he has a player performance double, which is Nikola Jokic, 8+ assists, and Serbia to win. So that's the bet right there. And because Serbia, I guess they should beat Puerto Rico. United States versus South Sudan tomorrow at noon. That is when that is happening. And of course, people are a little nervous about that one. Who was it that was it Steph Curry who was saying, I think we're just appropriately worried about this one?
Yeah, he said we have the appropriate amount of fear. They're not panicking, but they also know that they overlooked that team last time and nearly bit them.
So he likes the player performance double on this one. Kevin Durant, 20+ points, and USA to win. Do you call those? They're called player performance doubles, but I'm going to call it a mini parlay.
That's kind of what it is. Like, if it's not listed as that, you can still just take
I think
that.
That's more fun. Makes me feel like, I've done something bigger than I've really done.
You've got it's a 2-leg parlay instead of just just one bet.
So Kevin Durant, 20+ points. Do you think he'll get enough minutes for that? I mean, he got enough the other day because he dropped 5 threes. So there's 15 points. And then I can't remember what he ended up with at the end of it. But
and the threes are going to be there. And of course, in that game against South Sudan last time, Kevin Durant didn't play. So I
Right.
imagine he's going to be a factor in this game.
Okay.
I think he will. And I don't think he needs a ton of minutes to get the 20, which is the special thing about Durant, is he just doesn't he's a very efficient player. He doesn't need to take a whole lot of shots to score very many points.
And then Dylan puts out his long shot play of the day. So this is the stuff where we've seen him be very successful. This is the stuff where he has reached his legend status. All right. So here's what he has down. A 4-leg parlay. Okay. 4 legs. Nikola Jokic, 8+ assists. Bogdan Bogdanovic, or how do you say his name? Did I say it right? Bogdan.
Yeah, Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Oh, I did say it right.
Yeah.
Oh, 20+ points. LeBron James, 8+ assists. Does he get that many assists? Does LeBron really do that?
Yeah.
I've never really paid that attention to his assists.
LeBron's basically a point guard. That's why LeBron is has a it's called the LeBron almost triple double. LeBron essentially merely gets a triple double all the time.
I guess
he's a great passer.
Yeah, I've never noticed that part. I just noticed him going crazy to the hoop. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. So then Kevin Durant, 20+ points. And he says the odds on this when I built it were plus 4,774. So plus 4,774. So a $5 wager would win $238. So there you go. Long shot play of the day, 4-leg parlay. Nikola Jokic, 8+ assists. Bogdan Bogdanovic, 20+ points. LeBron James, 8+ assists. Kevin Durant, 20+ points. And there you have it. So if you want to read this and also see his thinking on the United States versus South Sudan and Puerto Rico versus Serbia, go to 1580thefanatic.com, click on Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen, and it's all right there. So there you go. And that answers your question, Canadian Mountain. Fifth letter says, yeah, Dylan plays a lot of high percentage public plays. And he says, yeah, what he needs to do is some more line reading on those kinds of plays. My opinion, well, yeah, he's, see, that's the thing. I am encouraging him to start showing you some of the other stuff. Monkey Puncher says, no, okay. Yeah, Monkey Puncher. He'll be back tomorrow. Stop that crying. Fish Tank says, I think you can celebrate being number 3 in the world, Jeffrey. I think you can celebrate that. I'm just, used to be an American, though. Well, we're number 1.
You were predicted to go number 5. So you take 3 if you somehow manage to defy the odds and do that.
You know how many Olympic medals I have? None. I am number 1 in not having any Olympic medals. You go big or you go home. That's all I'm saying. Here, Bob says, what about the women's rugby team getting their first ever medal at the Olympics and the last second win for bronze? Yeah, all right.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. It's really cool. I'm kidding.
They weren't supposed to do a whole lot either. And they showed up and they beat people up. That was fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and figure out how to continue watching rugby because that was it's been exciting watching that. It's great.
It's hard to find some of these sports when it's not the Olympics.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like, even if you get into it now, even track and field stuff, like it's happening all year, but
you hear about it maybe if something.
Yeah, if someone breaks a record, like a world record or something,
somebody lets off before they reach the finish line and get passed by 18 people. Yeah, now you see a video on it. But yeah, I mean, you just check your local listings, I guess. I don't know. Randy's Chuckle says 3rd place fantasy football means you were the second loser. You are correct. Big George says, I'm a little disappointed in Mike Hazen. And he is just rot. He's just in such distress because he knows that you're disappointed in him. He is beside himself.
Mike Hazen is a broken man today. Because Big George.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit, George. We're not talking about baseball right now. We're talking about the Olympics, okay? We're not going to talk about French diver Jules Boyer with the bulge. That's the people are talking about his funky looking shorts and his cod piece, I guess.
Mm.
They're like, hey, click on this link to see the story. I'm like, no.
I really don't want to. If
I
that's
got
okay
it from the headline. I'm just going to move on.
Noted.
Just saying.
And moving on.
There's always some Olympic outfit or kit or shorts or bra or this or that shows more, or an optical illusion, or I'm like, yeah, okay. Once it's like, if you lead the story with that, I'm not looking. If you say, oh, look at the kitty cat, then I'm like, oh, what's this? Click. Oh God, it's bulge. That's how you'd have to get me to read the story. I'm not doing.
You'd have to absolutely just deceive you. Yeah.
Quiet Cannon. Quiet Cannon. Good afternoon, Blender. Jeff Go. Hello, Quiet Cannon. Let's see. Jason Kelsey tried to show off his strength in Paris. He decided to challenge a U.S. women's rugby star, Nicole Heverland. Isn't she the one who stiff armed somebody into
yes,
the next Olympics? Right.
Yeah.
We decided to arm wrestle with her, and it looked like oh, this is going to be something there. And they were trying, and then Jason won, but even Jason's wife was like, hey, you cheated. You're holding on to the table. But Jason says that's legal. I don't know if you guys really follow arm wrestling, but was it illegal for him to, because he was arm wrestling with one hand, holding the table with the other. Is that against the rules?
I don't think so. But
No,
I don't know. I've watched literally one arm wrestling thing that they had on the ESPN on that Ocho day that they did.
I feel like her not holding on the table might have been more cheating, because then you got more leverage because you're not stuck in one position. She could go and put more.
Yeah,
of
but
her-
when you
her
hold
weight
onto the
into it.
table, that's to anchor yourself. So if she wasn't, she's less stable than you
Yeah,
are.
unless she was fat.
Well, she's not, because she.
That's what I'm saying. Because then she could lean, and then more of her could pull, and that'd be, it's physics. Just weight versus. Well, he's got an awful manly beard though, and that outdoes physics. So
is that how that works?
Yeah, I'm not really honestly sure how the rules are. President Wallet says the fact that Jason had to hold on to the table to win is a testament to how strong that girl probably is. Oh, no doubt. No doubt she is super duper strong. Would she make quick work of me and Keon? Probably.
Hilariously quickly.
But Jason Kelsey is a big old guy. So, yeah, I think we need to see a rematch. I think that's we got to have to, we're going to have to see a rematch right there. Let's see. So the ratings are coming in, and they're huge. The Olympics. See, here's the thing. Why do you think the Olympics are bigger now than they were when it was Tokyo? Was it fear of Godzilla?
No, my guess is just COVID. Yeah, like the way the Olympics looked, it was all empty and
with cardboard people.
Yeah, it was
Is that how they did it?
I don't remember if it was cardboard people or but they had piped in crowd noise and all that stuff that just made the Olympics not feel as normal. Also, it was just a year late, so usually there's a whole run up to the Olympics and everyone's excited. They had that, and then COVID happened, so they didn't have it in 2020. They actually had it in 2021, and there just might have been a little bit more apathy, like, yeah, now we all kind of moved on. Oh wait, it's this year kind of deal.
So I here's the thing though. If you think about it, the ratings are ridiculous. And all I can think is, imagine if all those angry, pearl clutching, illiterate Christian people who got upset about the opening ceremonies had watched. Just saying.
Numbers would have been even more outrageous, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if they could figure out how to turn on the TV. But, you ever got all upset? They're like, we're boycotting. Okay, well, that's fine, because the opening ceremony on Friday drew 28.6 million viewers, best viewership numbers for this opening ceremony since 2012 when it was in London. Saturday, NBC had 32.4 million viewers for the Olympics. That's up 83% from the same day of the Tokyo Games back in 2020. And then on Sunday, 41.5 million people watched the Olympics. It got bigger and bigger. I would have thought it'd go the other direction. Opening ceremonies. Okay, where's the Saturday? Okay, now we're bored because this guy's shooting BB guns. Okay, we're moving on. Mm-hmm. But no, it got bigger and bigger instead. So this year's Olympics up 79% from the Tokyo Games. The NBC platforms averaged 34.5 million viewers over the first 3 days. So That is astounding. I was surprised that the men's basketball game was only 10.9 million viewers. And then they're like, well, that's more than the men's basketball gold game was for the Tokyo Olympics. And I'm like, hey, leave me alone about the Tokyo Olympics. Okay, we got it. I'm just saying, wouldn't you expected there'd been more than 10.9 million viewers for the men's USA basketball?
I don't know. I wonder if the time zone is playing a factor in it too, because it's just the games are happening at 2 a.m, and then when you wake up, the score is already out there if you want to find it. The highlights are up before the game is actually on TV. I have no idea why that would be the case.
Well, whatever the case, huge ratings. So good for you, Olympics and NBC, even though it doesn't matter to me at all. But I'll tell you what, NBC's got to maybe think about getting some tougher announcers. I'm not impressed by Scott Hansen.
Why not?
Well, Scott Hansen's sitting there and he's all watching the Olympics, and he's like, oh, and he's doing the how they have the red zone for NFL. He's doing the gold zone, and he was pounding on his desk, rooting on I don't know what, and then he ended up bloodying his hand.
Oh,
it's like, hell's wrong with you? Are you so drunk you couldn't feel your hand? So, and then remember we talked about.
It's not like
Colin,
he went home afterwards.
We talked about Colin Johansson. I'm sorry, that's his wife Scarlett. Colin Jost. How do you say his name? He's just the white guy from the Weekend Update.
I think it's Colin Jost.
And one of the whitest people. You couldn't find a whiter guy unless you were like looking at me. There's me, then there's Colin.
There's Colin right there. It's
extremely white. You look at us and you're like double-digit credit scores. I see it.
You're Irish. I don't know what his excuse is.
God, I don't know. What is he like? Is he Dutch? I don't know what
I have no clue.
What's Joost? And she's a Johansson. So it's like, feel like we're just about ready to have like the Sound of Music, 2024, if they can just squirt out about 8 kids.
It's German.
Oh, geez. That makes me nervous. Anyway, so he was standing there and he's like, hey, I'm here at the Olympics and I'm doing surfing. And he walks off wearing shorts and no shoes. Everybody's like, you better put some shoes on. That's very unprofessional of a broadcaster to not have shoes. He's like, shut up. And then they're like, wait, there's another reason you should have shoes on. He's like, I don't want to hear it. Colin, wait, come back. And it turns out they were trying to help him because he didn't realize that maybe you have some sort of footwear when you hit the reef. And now his feet are jacked up.
Oh my God. And it's wow. That reef took out
his
60% of his toes.
Big toe, his index toe, and his ring toe on his left foot. He got good and jacked up. So it's like, can we get some tougher guys over at NBC, please?
Well, I don't know if the Scott Hansen thing is a toughness thing. He just started. I don't know if I've
pounded so many desks and not bled. He's got weak skin.
All right.
Skin.
That's okay, but that's got nothing to do with toughness. Now, if he did that, started bleeding, and was like, I got to go home.
If your pinky erupts in blood, you're just not very tough.
My hands are well. Toughness is about how you get through what your body chooses to do.
If I'm pounding a desk and I end up bleeding, guess what I'm not doing? Telling anyone. You give me a damn Band-Aid, let's get the broadcast going.
When you're bleeding everywhere on camera,
it's not that bad. It's just a little bit of a scrape.
It's noticeable. There are
because he's showing you.
I
put that hand in my pocket. I
you.
bleed on my wallet before I let you guys know. I'll be like, hey.
I just think that's.
I got my other hand. I don't point.
I don't know how impressive that is, to be honest.
You would not know it if I were bleeding on TV.
Sure,
unless it was from my face. There you can't.
Well, then, you can't really hide that. But
I'm not pounding my face on the desk.
And a reef is going to destroy any human skin it comes to contact with.
Anybody with half a damn brain cell knows you get your little shoes.
That's not toughness. That's just stupidity.
Yeah,
he's just dumb.
I'm gonna walk on glass. You're an idiot.
Yeah, that's just you know, what do you
So let's
you
get
took the
smarter
risk.
and tougher people doing the broadcast, please.
I guess.
That's all I'm asking. Moist One says he needs to soak his hands in gasoline like I don't know who that is, so I'm not reading that out loud. Like some guy. Not even sure if that's a real name. All right, let's take a break. We come back, a few more Olympic things, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harman Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harman Solar Podcast at harmansolar.com.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
I'm an Arizona truck driver. I deliver food, medicine, supplies, and hope.
And during times of crisis, I support our communities. But every day I see people putting lives and families at risk.
Distracted driving is deadly, period. Be aware, be safe, and visit sharetheroadaz.com and find tips on how to drive safely around trucks.
This message is sponsored by the Arizona Trucking Association Foundation.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down. Covered by the Verizon 5G network. And for less than $30 a month, we make your phone your ride or die. Switch now and pick a free 5G phone with qualified plan purchase. And your 4th line at no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see totalwireless.com.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time.
Like right now.
Or right now. Or even
now.
Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and I am suspicious of the Canadian Mountain now. The Canadian Mountain made a comment about Josh Applebaum, but if you're a newer listener, how would you even know who the Canadian Mountain, who the Josh Applebaum is?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not a new listener. You're somebody using a fake app with a fake number. Gotcha.
Josh Applebaum was a year ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, and you have not been listening that long. So I called B as in B, S and in S. 888-368-1580. Where was I? Oh, we were talking the Olympic stuff. I got to find out, is this against the rules? Is this against the law? Is this something you can actually do? I think it's not. I think Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco Johnson might be wandering into bad waters.
Why do you think that?
because they've offered to pay track stars $25,000 for winning Olympic gold. I don't think you can do that.
I don't think you can do that either.
I feel like
because if you can pay someone to win,
right,
you can pay someone to do the opposite of win. That you can't do that. Were they just talking about it, or did they say?
Here's what they said. They were doing some podcast that they do. Nightcap, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And they were discussing how American athletes would earn $37,000 for winning gold at the Olympics. And they're like, wow, that's not much. They're like, that's unfair. 4 years of hard work and all you walk away with is $37,000. And so they said, I'll tell you what, Noah Lyles, if you win the 100-meter gold, me and Ocho, $25,000 apiece. We'll give you $50,000 right there. Bam. That's nice.
It's nice, but
I don't think they can accept it. Or if they do, doesn't that don't they get their medal revoked?
I have no idea what the process is on that, but I definitely think that they can't accept that. And I think they know that. So I don't think that, Noah Lyles is in danger of taking that. Plus, sure, you should make more money for winning Olympic gold. However, Noah Lyles, and I think Sha'Carri Richardson's probably going to win on the women's side. They got Nike money. They're not poor. They're going to be okay.
Big George says, no, it's actually quite common in other countries. They pay their athletes for winning medals. Almost every other country does it, except for us.
Okay, but the country, two guys on a podcast is not the same as the United States of America paying those athletes.
So is there a rule for the United States Olympic team?
I don't know.
And can they come back after you if hey, I won the Olympics. All right, well, I guess that's it for me. Oh, here's some money for you. Thanks, pal. And then the U.S. team says, hey, we'll take those medals back.
If I were any of I don't think the U.S. Olympic team has a lot of say over that. But it's about the Olympics. Do the Olympics want individuals paying athletes? It's not the same thing.
Why does it matter who does if it's a country or your countrymen?
Because not every individual has good intentions. So if individuals are just allowed to be paying athletes at willy-nilly, if you can pay someone to do something.
Pretty sure we talked about the term willy-nilly.
We did, but I don't remember what the conversation was.
Probably we shouldn't say that. It's not very manly.
I don't care. I don't care what other people think. I do not care. I do not care.
Yeah, but this show, we didn't say willy-nilly.
I know, but it was a useful word in the situation, and I personally do not give a damn if anybody else thinks I'm manly.
That's me saying
all right, fine. Out of respect for you, I will cease to do it.
Make an attempt. If it comes out of your mouth down the road, I'm not going to throw you out the door.
I can hit that with the eraser in my mind, and it'll never come out again. I just genuinely don't care. But if you do, that's fine.
It doesn't sound right.
It's out of respect for you. I won't say it. But if you can pay someone to do something as an individual, we don't know what your intentions are. We don't know how you're contacting people. You can pay them not to do something. And we don't want people being paid to throw races and all that kind of stuff. So being paid through your country's federation that the Olympics have vetted and the IOC has looked at is different than Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco sitting on their couch going, we should pay you. It is different.
So if you get a phone call and you're like, maybe you make $37,000 if you win the gold, right? Maybe I pay you $100,000 if you don't. Click.
Yeah,
I'm just.
You think that call wouldn't be made if you were allowed to do that?
That would be some shit. Well, that would be some shady stuff. And if you're doing shady stuff, you're not calling anybody.
The accent you used is exactly the country that would do shady stuff.
Well, that's what I was shooting for there.
We're still talking about a nation that can't compete under their own name because of multiple steroid scandals stacked on top of each other. So. Do I think that people would absolutely take the shady route? And if you offered enough money, would somebody take the fall? Yeah, I think that would happen. It's happened in sports before. So I don't think that two individual guys sitting down paying out, I don't think that would be allowed. If it's allowed, I guess go for it. I don't know. I would make sure to double check on that if I was either of those men.
So the goal is not the money. 0% of this is trying to recoup whatever money you spent in training and in traveling and in being on the team and on going to this country and in playing in the Olympics. It's really just about, the achievement is by itself the reward. And there's a lot of people who go there and train for 4 years and win bupkis. They got nothing to show for it. So, I don't think it's necessary to pay these guys if they win the medals. It's just whatever happens in their life after that is what counts.
Yeah. But this is also when you get the endorsements too. This is when Gatorade and Nike and everybody else show up. You'll get money for winning. It's just, it's not going to be paid through the the U.S. Olympic Federation and all of that, but you will get money. I promise.
Random texter says, if Nike pays the athlete, could Ocho Cinco form an LLC, give the athlete money? I don't think that's how that works, because Nike's not paying them for getting gold. Nike is like, hey, everybody was just watching you. Jeffrey was giving the numbers on how many people were watching the Olympics. The ratings are through the roof. You are now as valuable as an athlete as you are ever going to be during the Olympics. Like, Nike's paying you for that. Is, let's say that Ocho and Shannon, they create a company and say, hey, you want a gold medal? We'd like to hire you and be our spokesperson. Wink. And here's the money. Let's get a picture. There we go. That's your commitment. It's been everything's good. Just seems a little dubious, especially since you've been on a podcast saying it. If that was your plan, don't tell anybody. I didn't say they were smart. I don't think I'd ever allude to the fact that Shannon Sharp or Chad Ochocinco Johnson were like brilliant. I don't know. They seem to have a pretty solid sense of like setting themselves up business wise after their careers are done. Neither of those guys is close to. That's a good point. But when they talk, but Shannon's from Mississippi. He's just going to always sound like that. Like no. I didn't mean the way they said. It's just like sometimes they say dumb stuff. I mean. Okay, Ocho's always going to say dumb stuff because there's no filter. There's nothing between. I do not equate the accent with dumb. Although it's disconcerting if your surgeon is talking like, yes, I'm like if you cut you open, if you went to your doctor, your spine, and your doctor sounded like Shannon Sharp. I'm not saying that means your doctor isn't good, but you think about it. And I judge people from Mississippi all the time, so that's I'm sorry. My judgment comes from I can't hear Shannon Sharp over his giant teeth. It's very distracting. Prison Wallet says, so let's say I want a gold medal, and then I'm contacted by Kellogg's to do a commercial because I'm a gold medalist. How's that different than some dude pays me if I win a gold medal? That's pretty much what I was saying. It's different because they're not paying you for winning the gold medal. They want you to sell cereal for them. It's a business move for them. If we're just paying you, we're just paying you. That's so, and again, if we can pay you to do something, we can pay you not to do it. Kellogg's can't pay you not to be on the cover of their cereal box to help them sell cereal. Random Texter says there's an interesting distinction here. He says, I don't think they're paying the athlete to win. I think they're paying the athlete if they win. What is the difference? I do not see a distinction there. You're going to have to explain that one to me. No, they're not giving the money up front. They're not saying, here's the money, go in. They're saying, if you win, come see me. I have some money for you. Okay. And if I wanted to pay you to take a fall, you go ahead and don't win first. If go ahead and make it close, but then get second and I'll pay you after. Like there's no distinction. Well, there it's like, no, you better give me half up front. Half up front, the rest when I do it. Maybe, but I don't know. You can't. You offer enough money to somebody. Bad decisions get made. If I were going to go dirty, that's the way I'd be like, I need half up front. And then who knows what'll happen? It's an adventure. We're all playing. I watch a lot of movies. Don't we all? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if what they were doing. I don't know. And I'm not saying that it can't happen or that it's wrong. I just I would double check that and make sure that that's a thing you're actually allowed to do before you just do it and get somebody in trouble.
and then they're banned from the next Olympics and can't win gold next time because they took money from you.
No, I mean,
I would just double
Olympics.
pick up a phone and call somebody and make sure you can do that.
Yeah, probably call the United States Olympic team people.
Yeah.
Find out. Don't just go call the Olympics, call the United States people. I don't know. This is a problem none of us will ever have.
Good point.
All right, everybody. That is 1 hour down and 2 more to go. Come on back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Not all policies will qualify. Not available in all states.
Don't be fooled by the people you meet on social media. It may start as an innocent conversation, but anyone who tries to sell you pills is nothing more than a drug dealer. And if you think tiny pills can't do much harm, think again. Fentanyl can end it all. Know the truth about fentanyl at learnmoreaz.org. Don't be fooled. Don't be faked out. Visit learnmoreaz.org. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
At Desert Wholesale Diamond, we pride ourselves on providing top-tier quality, unmatchable prices, and excellent service. I'm Diamond Dave, and my track record in the diamond industry dates back 4 generations. I've eliminated the traditional middlemen, providing you with direct access to wholesale markets.
I'm Jada Cantor, and we offer you the best diamond buying journey of your life. With 3 wholesale offices and a dedicated production team, we make it easy for you to buy diamonds at unbeatable wholesale prices.
Our 34 years of industry leadership proves our dedication, and we continue to lead the way in all areas, particularly in lab-grown diamonds.
Save yourself from paying retail. Experience the most pleasant diamond buying experience ever. Meet Diamond Dave and his team, who are all waiting to assist you with your wholesale diamond purchase.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450, 480-397-2450, or follow him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's at Diamond Dave, Kantor.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event when Dave, the sales guy, asks, want to test drive the Rogue? And I'm like, let's go. We're driving when Dave says, check out the V6 turbo engine. I hit the gas and whoosh. I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Dave goes, if you think that's cool, watch this. Dave shows me the miles per gallon and I'm like, whoa, that's pretty impressive fuel economy. Dave mentions, these new cars are going fast. And in that moment, I had to have that Rogue. Crazy, right?
Wait till you hear how I got my Sentra.
Now Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000 MSRP. Shop the Nissan sales event. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. 2024 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail price. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. He'll be back in a few days. Look, Ralph from Harmon Solar is here. There he is, your favorite chew toy. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. All right, so we kind of got hung up on some stuff, or we'd already been done talking about the Olympic stuff. We did just get word of another trade for the Diamondbacks, and we will fill you in on that here in just a little bit. Thank you for the heads up on that, Big George. But I just want to get, I just want to get past all this Olympic stuff that we got, because we're airing all these
Olympic updates and stuff. So,
Why?
yeah, Ralph, you don't like the Olympics?
There's better stuff going on than the Olympics right now.
Like what?
The trade deadline. There's a ton of activity today.
Okay, well, the trade deadline's not on for 2 weeks. It's
We got a
today.
3-hour show, Ralph. We got time.
We don't have to. No, you need to talk about the activity. Great activity today.
Yeah, all right. Well, there's activity in my shorts too, but I'm not going to talk about all of that. We got 2 hours. We got 2 hours left. We're fine.
No wonder
What?
I can't see your dog. But okay.
I'm
anyway.
sorry there's no activity in your shorts. Ralph has crabs. Says, great, Ralph's on the show now. How about them Seattle Mariners, Ralph, making all those big trades at the
See?
deadline?
Trade deadline talk. Yeah, they made
But
some
he doesn't
great
care
moves.
about the Seattle Mariners.
He does.
You don't.
Oh, I like the Mariners.
You don't care about the Mariners.
I
You're a
do.
Dodger fan.
I was a huge Ken Griffey Jr. fan. I do follow the Mariners.
Oh no. Is
Yeah.
that your bandwagon backup team?
That's my American League team. Is the Mariners.
Oh, gee.
I can't have an American League team now. Come on.
Yeah, you have your team.
Dodgers are national.
have a
League.
team.
Mariners are I like the Mariners.
By the way, you know what? The hell with it. We'll talk about this. Let's do it. Let's talk about it now. I mean, the Dodgers had a 3-way trade. You pervert. Dodgers. Did you hear about it? You know it? You know you got
Which one? They had a deadline at the end trade too.
another one too. Okay, well
Oh,
here's
yeah.
what I saw. You had a 3-way trade where the Dodgers got Tommy Edman, Michael Kopech, and Oliver Gonzalez, and then the Cardinals ended up with Eric Fed, Tommy Pham, and what's PT? Player to be named later. PT. I was like, because it's like they have the like little abbreviations: RHP, right-handed pitcher; OF, outfielder; PTB, and peanut butter and jelly sandwich from the Dodgers.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Player to be named later. All right. So the White Sox get Miguel Vargas, Joel Perez, and Alexander Albertus, and another peanut butter and jelly sandwich from the Dodgers. So that was that one. What was
Good
the other
trade.
one?
That was a good trade. The Dodgers just got at the very end. They got the pitcher Flaherty from the White Sox.
A nice Irishman.
That's a big deal. That was a good pickup. They needed that. So
Okay.
now they have another starter in the rotation with all the injuries. So it's good.
Flaherty. Let's see. So here's what I know about the Diamondbacks. The thing that just happened, the thing that just went down. Dylan Floro. So how good is Dylan Floro? Diamondbacks traded for him at this deadline. So George was thinking, was he just going to swap bullpens tonight since the Nationals are in town? He's a National, so they're just going to walk him across the field. And what did we give up?
A prospect, somebody, minor league player, so nobody that I know. But it's the Nationals move right now because the Nationals are just trying to get younger and create a youth movement because their GM Mike Rizzo knows that ownership group is cheap and they're not paying anybody. So you want anybody, you're going to have to basically bring them up through your system, and that's where the Nationals are. So, but I Dylan Floro's a good reliever, man.
He's a good reliever. He's got a 2.06 ERA. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a solid reliever. So I think they made that. I don't know what they're going to do if they're going to turn him into a closer because they're having so many issues with Seawald. Seawald has not been dependable. So this might be a move to maybe do something there. I'm not sure.
Or at least just have a little. I don't even think it's a give up on Seawald, but I do think that
not
there
a
was
give
a.
up.
It's more of insurance, is what it kind of feels
No,
like
I
to
dig
me,
that.
where it's just in case you're trying to get that last wild card spot and he's still not coming around. You just can't afford to have him blowing games if that's something that's still happening at that point in the season.
Yeah, I
If he-
agree. I'm glad.
If he shakes it off, he gets right, then Floro's bullpen guy. You still have some depth in pitching, but in the event that you need that, you now have somebody who might be able to help you out.
No, it's a good move. It's you need another guy. You need another arm out of the bullpen. So I think that's a great move for them. It should win them some games.
Mr. AZ Sports says Diamondbacks, yes, gave up Andres Chaparro. So here is his stats: 2.06 ERA, 3-3 record, 1.05 WHIP. And so I guess now will they just walk across from each other's
Yes.
bullpens in uniform, and then they change in the? I think that'd be funny if they did that.
They put them down to their underwear and they make them walk through the tunnels.
Not through the tunnels, through the outfield.
You pass the other guy on your
Right.
way over.
Hand
Don't touch.
hats. Here you go.
No sword crossing. Just walk.
Yeah. Oh Jesus!
Well-
Nobody said they'd be naked. I mean, I don't know how they do things in Washington. I'll be honest. So then we got another guy. We got Josh Bell from the Marlins. Tell me about Josh Bell. That's Now the $5.5 million he's owed, the Marlins got to pay. So we're getting a free guy basically. So how good is Josh Bell? He's a first baseman because I know that Christian Walker, he got dinged up the other night. So they
pulled his oblique.
Yeah,
he's a fill-in until you get him back. He's not fantastic at all. I think he's about a 240 hitter, but he'll give you a guy that can play some first base with some experience. So I mean, again, necessary move, not a bad move. Didn't cost you much. He's not a replacement for Christian Walker. He's just kind of going to be there until he's better.
Can I just say, everybody shut the hell up about Hazen? Seems like he's doing his job pretty well.
Yeah, no, the thing is with I think
he's in a better mood
for quite a few years with Hazen, because your general manager is only capable of doing what the owners are going to allow him to do. And the owners of the Diamondbacks have showed time and time again, they don't spend money. So he's going to make the moves that he can. I don't know what people expect Mike Hazen to do. He can't give up too much, because to replace somebody, you can't go out and sign a big name free agent. Ownership group won't cut that check. So he's doing the best he can with the ownership group and what they're allowing. I know this because my own team, the Nationals, they function the same way. Like when you have cheap owners, you don't get to work the same way that a lot of teams who are willing to actually go deep into the pocketbook are willing to behave. Like being the GM of the Dodgers is not the same as being the GM of the Diamondbacks, because the Dodgers have shown they're willing to spend.
So tell me about your mix of emotions from last night's game. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a Nationals fan, but then watching the Diamondbacks do something just beyond exceptional. Was that more of a son of a bitch moment, or you were like, all right, that was cool?
It was cool, and honestly, this was sort of like, oh, here it happens again. Like this is just what their season
like it hurt, but it was like,
yeah, but it's like the 20th time this season the Diamondbacks or the Nationals have been up on somebody, and you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop, because once that bullpen gets out there, it's done. They can't.
I can so see him sitting there going, son of
but I'm not, because like I know where the Nationals are in their cycle. They're young. They don't have a lot of experience.
You know what got me about last night? So he hits that home run, that walk off. That's a great moment, right? And just anytime those things happen, there's great moments. And you look on Twitterverse today, and everybody's like, "Oh, Corbin Carroll's back." Calm yourself down. It's one at bat.
It's one at bat.
It's one at bat.
He's healing, and any positive thing like that is good. I can't say Corbin Carroll is back. Corbin Carroll is on his way back, and when he does get back, you're going to see more of that.
He needs to. It was a great moment. Is he on his way back? He hasn't shown that over the last few weeks, but that was a good moment. This could be the thing that launches.
He wasn't on his way. He wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have been able to do that.
You could hit a $150.
He's
and have
healing,
that
Ralph.
Well, it's a big wound because he's been bad all year. He showed a little promise for a period, then he went back to bad again. So that's a good thing. What I'm trying to say is it can help him leapfrog and actually come back now, or he goes back to what he's been doing, which honestly, last week I was saying it. He needs to go back to the minors and go work on some stuff because he's that bad. But that was a good moment for him yesterday. So we'll see what it does.
No, listen, whatever works. If Corbin Carroll needs to go down for a little bit, great. But it feels like the time that has been wasted not sending him down has passed, and he's doing better. I think he's doing better.
Well, that's good that you think that.
Listen, I would have agreed with you before. Send him down, get him. No, it's not just this one bat. He's had other spots where you can see improvement, and that is in the fact that he's healing. He's healing as he goes.
And I think, like, when you have, and I agree with Rob, I think that this could be like a confidence boost, because I do think that part of it is he's struggling, and then the more he struggles, the worse he plays, and the worse he plays, the more he struggles. It's a cycle, because he's just in his own head. And I think you get a hit like that, you're like, okay, I can still play a little bit. And hopefully that gets you to the point where, you're not thinking so much, because that was never Corbin Carroll. Like, he was always the guy that just kind of was out there. He was a little bit free. He was smart with what he was swinging at and what he was letting go. And now it's like he's swinging at stuff he never swung at last year, like at all. And that just seems to me like he's in his head a lot. Maybe this will help loosen him up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
By the way, other good news for the Diamondbacks, Merrill Kelly and Eduardo Rodriguez looking like they're getting closer and closer to coming back from their injuries and getting themselves into the rotation. They're both scheduled to throw some simulated games tomorrow. And Kelly's going to go 3 innings and 50 pitches, and Rodriguez will throw 4 innings and, I don't know, 55, 60 pitches. So these guys get back. That just helps the cause. That just helps the cause right there.
The bad news for the Diamondbacks about yesterday is Montgomery just doesn't look good. They got this guy in the offseason. They expected a lot from him, and he's just not been good. And he continued to not be good yesterday, and that's going to hurt them. They need him to be good.
Well,
I mean, that's
I know your
if I was
solution.
them, well,
Send him down to the minors.
No, what they should have done, and I don't understand why they didn't do it, is they should have tried to get a starting pitcher and before the deadline. And there was opportunities out there to get some guys that wouldn't have cost them anything, not a whole lot, and they just didn't do it. So
the deadline's passed, right? The hour is
gone.
passed.
Yeah,
it's gone. It's done. It's over.
3 o'clock our time. It was gone.
And we're no word on any sneaky things that have gotten by, because you know how they do that. Sometimes you don't hear about it immediately.
No, I haven't heard anything. I've been watching it pretty closely.
Well, that sucks. Oh well.
Yeah, but also
we're
again,
fine.
Again, you're kind of hamstrung by your organization. I don't know why you wouldn't go after some of these less expensive options. I couldn't tell you, but it does seem like, you know, you're trying to keep your roster as steady as you possibly can, and then build on top of it. But when it comes to pitching, it's like, what are you building on top of? Like most of your rotation's been injured all year. You have no idea what you have.
It's good.
Yeah, no, agreed. I mean, you had Paxton sitting out there. We could have got him for nothing and just let him go. The Red Sox picked him up. I mean, you need
that one was. I thought that was a mistake.
That was a big mistake.
I thought it was.
I forgot the name of your kinky guy that used to be in the Dodgers.
A kinky guy?
Yeah, the guy who liked to strangle people when he's having sex with them.
No,
Bauer.
Trevor Bauer.
Where's Bauer at?
He's in Mexico. No one's ever going.
He's in Mexico.
He's in Mexico. No. He's blackballed.
he's never coming back, man.
He would be a huge help for them. He'd come in for the minimum. They won't bring him in. Which is
must be an agreement between the owners on this.
There's 30 dumb teams in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, they're just all.
This is 30 teams that aren't going to do it. So you just.
I mean, yeah, I can't shame a guy, but listen, as long as he's not hurting nobody, and it turns out he didn't. Just saying. Oh well. And so there you go. The Diamondbacks and the Nationals play again tonight, and then Ryan Nelson is on the mound for the Diamondbacks, and Patrick Corbin is on the mound for the Nationals. And we'll see what
All right.
happens.
Well, enjoy your dub.
I ain't saying a thing because we damn near lost that game yesterday. And it took a Herculean effort for the Diamondbacks to win that thing in the 9th inning. So I ain't saying nothing.
I guess fair enough, but man, Patrick Corbin's been awful.
We appreciate that. Oily Stool says, Ralph, I listened to your show this past weekend. He says, Mr. AZ Sports Guy is the highlight of the show.
Okay.
That's all he said.
As long as you're listening, I'm fine. I don't care.
And Kiss the Cook. Oh, Kiss the Cook must be at training camp because he's just sending me tons and tons of pictures here. He says, yeah, I didn't have anything exciting to do, so I went to Cardinals practice. Next time I have downtime like this, I'm going to go curling. Yeah. Oh, so was it a bad practice? Because actually, my wife was hoping to go and see what happens there. I see you got. How did little Kyler Murray do? Did you get to see Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Funny, little Murray throwing to little Junior.
Well, he Marvin Harrison Jr. is not little.
Oh, he's a junior.
He's a junior, but he ain't little.
Little baby Murray throwing to little Junior.
Rico Suave,
very large human.
Rico Suave wants to know why Ralph wants these pitchers to strip down to their underwear.
Did you say Ralph?
Maybe.
I don't want to. I'm just saying.
Feels like you do.
No.
Monkey Puncher says, did somebody say there's going to be naked ball players at Chase Field tonight? Is it too late to get tickets? Is this here or is this in Washington?
It's here.
Oh, yeah, Monkey Puncher. You can go watch. Hefty Lefty says, yeah, it's going to be like the Prisoner Exchange and Die Another Day. You know, the James Bond movie. That checks out. Big George says, yeah, Ralph is a known Corbin Carroll hater, along with Randy. Yesterday was not a good day for the Corbin Carroll haters. I've been strong supporter of Corbin Carroll all year.
Look, little George, I've never been a Corbin Carroll hater, ever. I actually like him a lot. I've been honest about his struggles, unlike you that just turns a blind eye to it. But I admit it. So, I mean, he's struggling and he's had a terrible year. And if you're saying different, then you're just being ridiculous.
Big George,
Little George.
fire everyone except for Corbin Carroll.
and by the way, whoever made the comment about Mr. AZ Sports being the highlight of the show, I just want to say that we had a gun contest. I showed my guns, he showed his, and it wasn't even close. He has weak little guns. And I showed him what a real man's arms look like. Just saying.
So you had one of your sons come in the room?
No, I showed him. I showed him my massive guns.
Oh, I see. Gums?
Guns, baby.
Like teeth? Toothy gums?
I'll show you my teeth.
Yeah, when Ralph smiles big, it's like a horse. It just like, I want to hand him an apple with a. You got to keep your hand flat, or else he'll bite your fingers.
Wow.
Damn.
So, man of the day today is just undeniable. Did you guys see Orioles James McCann get drilled in the face by that 95-mile-an-hour fastball?
I did not see that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, it broke his nose for sure.
Yep.
For sure broke his nose because when he was up the bat, his nose was here. After that pitch, his nose was like over here. And it was scary, man. He took it hard, pow, and he was like lying there. And everybody's like, oh, geez. And so then he gets up and they're working on him standing there. And he's like, they're like, come on, let's just go. He's like, no, I'm good. I want to play. He's like, no. Just give me some Q-tips. Put them in my nose. I don't know, what do you got? Anything. And so they're like, you sure about this? He's like, it's not going to be unbroken. Let me just finish the game. Let me just go ahead and do this. And they're like, really? Because, we're trying to win a game here. And, are you able to run the bases like this? Because feel like maybe this is not your heart's pounding and you got your nose is bleeding. You know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe it wasn't somebody should have come in and run for him. But he was like, no. He's like, let me do this. And so they shove some gauze in his nostrils, and he's like, yeah, I'm staying out here. You can't make me go back. And so he actually finished the game. He didn't just stand there on the bases and do his he got back behind the plate. He's a catcher. He got back behind the plate and played the rest of the game. And let me tell you, here's what he looked like after the game. Right there with a giant swollen eye, because that's what happens. You get your nose broken. Next thing you know, you get black eyes.
That's a man.
Yeah, all the little capillaries going from your nose all the way through your face. All of it's broken. Still all broken.
Yeah.
Think about that. He's a catcher and he's got one eye, basically.
Oh, they are insane. You know that. Randy was a catcher, to give you an idea.
I mean, this guy's a man right here. That was a stud.
So I don't know what his current situation is. Look at how swollen that eye is. It's just like, that nose is busted. So I don't know. I don't know what they said about him today, but I would imagine he should be out for a while.
Say you can't play baseball if you're afraid of the ball, and I got to tell you that I'm afraid of the ball.
He is not afraid of the ball.
That's scary. Oh no.
So good for him. Man of the day for sure. Hefty Lefty says, nah, you're on with your feet, not your nose. Can of corn, he'll be fine. You're not okay. Wrong, Hefty.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's not a whole lot of people that are taking a 95 mile per hour fastball to the nose and finishing that game. Because people have left those games for less.
Big George says, Ralph, I listened to your Lion Hearts fitness podcast. I'm wondering why you have shirtless men up everywhere in your office. Is there something you need to tell Pippi? Shirtless men in your office?
You listen to it and you know it's good, number one. And number two, that was the guy that I was interviewing. It's his company, and he was Mr. Whatever. I mean, when he went those competitions.
Yeah, he has like 19 abs.
Yeah, he's 65.
It's like a 19
He's 65?
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Well,
That's
65 when that photo was taken?
No, you should see him now. He looks almost as good as that photo. It's stupid.
So he's taking his shirt off for you.
Jeez. Anyway, the guy's amazing.
Did you ask him to, or did he just offer?
I did not. But I don't know if Keon saw it, but he's amazing.
Pippi,
yeah, no, it's in the thumbnail.
Have him leave the door open
thing,
while they do the podcast.
Yeah, no, that guy's
awesome.
Yeah, just.
Anyway, I'm sure it's
What's the fascination, Big George?
What does he talk about in these things?
He talks about his story, and he talks about things he's done with his clients. He talks about meal planning and how important it is. How, he talks about different ways of working out. I mean,
Mhm.
he's very big on the way you eat, obviously, which is 90% of what you need to do. And he's an
I know.
he's got so many degrees in this stuff, and he's an expert at it. I mean, he's just unbelievable. The plans he puts together for people and how he helps them. It's just a great story. The guy's just an awesome guy.
So in my head, it'll be called the Things I'll Never Do podcast.
Yeah, for you, it would be,
Yeah.
because there's no Snickers in there. There's no.
I haven't had a
you know.
Snickers in a long time.
Well, if 3 days is a long time, but
not years.
He would give you a great meal plan that fits to you and your body. He can look at somebody and say, "This is how you eat," and he's right all the time. He looked at me and told me exactly how I ate, and went, "Okay, next topic."
That's scary.
I'm up to the challenge. I want him to tell me what I eat. That
kinda
seems like
scary.
a fun carnival game.
He's a great guy, though.
Well, okay.
So thanks, Big George. I appreciate you taking that and twisting it into your weird little mind.
It's fitness. When people who are trying to sell you fitness stuff, one of the most important things that they can do is show you how it's worked for them.
Yeah.
Just
You're not going to get trained by me. If I show you, hey, let's go training, you're going to be like, for
it's
what?
like looking at you like, no,
For a
what?
hot dog eating contest? I mean, come on.
Well, there's no doubt you've been in a hot dog eating contest after those pictures. Big George says it's very good, informative. Can't believe the guy's 65. He's an inspiration for Randy. Well, I think he's trying to be an inspiration for more than just
It's
Randy.
just why Randy's not even here to defend himself right now. What?
That was a shot.
Oily Stool says, when are we going to get those live Olympic updates from Randy in Paris? Well, Randy's not doing them, but we do have Olympic updates here on the show occasionally. Hefty Lefty says he knows all too well that abs aren't made in the gym. They're made in the kitchen.
That's right. He's 100% right.
Yeah.
It's a combination, but 90% of it is the kitchen.
If I had an ab, it would matter.
You have them. You just can't see them.
I got one good ab under there somewhere. We have to take a break. I think we're very late for a break. So when we come back, then we'll be very late coming back because it all just sort of runs together, doesn't it? But when we come back, we have other baseball things to talk about, some more Olympic stuff to talk about, a bunch of football to talk about, and, Ralph's life choices to talk about. The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games. The surfing competition was supposed to highlight tonight's action, but that competition has been postponed due to surfing conditions in Tahiti, where the event is being held. High winds and rain have been cited as the main reasons for postponement. The United States swim team took home 4 medals today. Reagan Smith won the silver and Catherine Burkhoff the bronze in the women's 100-meter backstroke. On the men's side, Bobby Fink took silver in the 800 free, while the U.S. finished second to Great Britain in the 4x200 freestyle relay. The men's soccer team beat Guinea 3-0 to advance to the knockout stage of the tournament. It's just the second time since 1960 the American men have made it out of pool play. And the U.S. women's rugby team scored just as the clock was expiring to stun Australia 14-12 in the bronze medal match. It's the first rugby medal for any American team since the men won gold back in 1924. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
Pain means pause on the things you love, but green means go. Cool the pain with BioFreeze and keep on going. BioFreeze cools and relieves sore muscles and joints. It works fast and is long-lasting by using cold therapy to help relieve the pain. In fact, it's the #1 clinician-recommended menthol topical pain relief brand based on Ipsos clinician survey of chiropractors, podiatrists, massage therapists, retail pharmacists, and athletic trainers. BioFreeze. Green means go. Learn more at biofreeze.com. Use as directed.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down. Covered by the Verizon 5G network. And for less than $30 a month, we make your phone your ride or die. Switch now and pick a free 5G phone with qualified plan purchase. And your 4th line at no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Hi, I'm Ralph.
And I'm Neil.
And I'm Nathan.
And we're the Weekend Warriors.
Whoa. Who's the new guy?
Well, I'm known on social media as Mr. AZ Sports.
Oh, you're one of those internet celebrities.
Yeah, the internet's really popular. You should learn about it.
Hold on, Neil. We'll still be the same great show.
Will we talk about sports?
Yes.
Will we interview Arizona sports personalities?
Sometimes, yeah.
Will we have fun?
Of course we will.
And I'll bring real knowledge of Arizona sports to the show.
Fine, he can stay.
Welcome to the team, Nathan. It's the Weekend Warriors every Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Sir Drives a Lot says, is Ralph going to be on the whole show?
Yes. And if you keep talking like that, I'll come back every day this week.
This is ugh. What's wrong with people? Big George says, oh, I didn't mean what I said as a dig on Randy. Otis Ragsdale's an inspiration to me, too. I'm a big guy and could follow some of O's advice.
I agree. We all could.
I like how George is kind of, anytime he comes on this show, he just kind of gives everybody kind of a squint. Like, if it's a compliment, they're like, all right then. 2432 says, love you too, babe. I'm coming right now. I feel like you should just whisper that in her ear.
What the heck?
Sometimes we get texts like that. Yeah.
Like an accident text.
Yeah. This is somebody who's only texted a couple of times so far.
Oh, you should respond and say, please don't come. I'm with somebody else. You should mess with this guy.
Don't give him any ideas.
Oh, absolutely. If you're gonna no.
Well, it does say thanks for opting in to be a part of the Fanatic text line, so I can send him a text.
Yeah, you should.
Just send a picture of all of us going, you know. I'm just gonna I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be very easy. We love you too. But we are not in love with you. There we go.
Nice.
There we go. And then he'll know that it was us. Somebody actually saved us in their phone and have only texted us on the show twice.
That's kind of crazy.
So, listen, nobody that plays in professional sports gives a crap about your fantasy football. They don't give a crap about your bets. And Brent Rooker from the Athletics, he gets it. So he's smart enough not to engage with angry fans. He says, man, you have no idea how many messages professional athletes get where they're angry about, you didn't get enough hits, or you didn't do this, or you didn't do that. And I guess somebody sent him a message saying, hey, you sold me yesterday, one leg away from 21,000 and you could only hit singles. And then, of course, his response was, my brother, I can't even begin to express how much I do not care. That is the appropriate response. And he's like, if they're not horrible, I might try to engage with them just lightheartedly. He says, there are so many people who are sending nasty, evil, hateful things. And he's like, you can't think about that. You go out and you play your game. you do the best you can, and you hope you help your team. I'm not here to help your bet. I'm not here to help your fantasy football, fantasy sports. I'm here to do what I'm here to do. What you decide to put on that is on you. So,
yeah.
Do
I
not
mean, what is he? Do you want him to be thinking about just, yeah, Jason Williams from Maryland placed the bet on me. I really got it. I could do it for the team. I could do it for my own personal pride. I could do it for any incentives in my contract. I could do it for future contracts. But no, Jason in Maryland, he really needed me to hit a double today. So that's what I'm going to do. Are you out of your mind?
Makes sense.
Like some of these people, I just genuinely, you send a thing like that, like we should just take any electronic device away from you. You just can't be trusted with modern communication.
Well, he probably didn't think he'd respond. He was just probably venting, like, and he's like, holy crap, he responded.
Vent into your notes app. Like there's a human being on the other end of that is a human being. If you're going to vent, there's a million ways to vent. You don't have to send it to literally the guy.
Delicious says, I love Rooker. He's done my fantasy team good, and now I like him even more. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to respond. And it's probably smarter if you don't. He does pick the ones he doesn't think are going to be evil and hateful. He says we get plenty of those. But even then, yeah, I don't know if I'd be messing. I don't think I'd be poking that bear. I think I'd just leave that thing alone. The Jet says, I like to write your phone number down in bathroom stalls and say, for a great time, text this number. I'm not even mad.
It's gonna say it's the Fanatic text line, and if they opt in, whatever they get is whatever they get.
Oh, Mr. Wilbur says, okay, let me just tell you what he said earlier. He says, and a salute goes out on the National Day of Friendship Day to that loser Geno Smith of the Seattle Seahawks.
What?
Yeah, he did that earlier, but I said, well, Ralph's not here, so he's like,
why is he a loser? You've never seen him play.
To be fair, he's never seen anyone play, but that's not the point. And no, our app did not get an STD.
Keon, I say those things just for you, dude. I love your reaction every time.
Kill me, man. I didn't expect you to say that.
How dare you talk bad about Geno?
Oh my God.
One of the nicest guys in the NFL.
We were saying that earlier too.
2432 has responded to our saying that we love you, but we're not in love with you. Says, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Did not mean to text you. Stupid voice text didn't work. Meant to send that to my girlfriend, Fanny. Okay, now I'm calling bullcrap.
Now we know
nobody's name is Fanny.
It's just that she wasn't born in 1954, so I don't believe you. I just don't believe you.
You've got like 3 seconds to post up a picture of you and Fanny together and identify yourself because I don't believe you. There's nobody's girlfriend name is Fanny. Not in 2024.
I've never met a Fanny.
I haven't named anybody Fanny since the silent generation. Stop.
I think I knew one Fanny in the 70s, but it was like an older lady.
Yeah, I've never met a Fanny.
And he says, so sorry, love the show. Yeah, I don't think you're real. Now I'm like, I am suspicious as hell.
We need pictures of Fanny.
Careful. I don't want pictures of a Fanny. I want pictures of your Fanny. No.
Whoa.
I want pictures of your girlfriend, Fanny, and you. Because if you're really sitting there with your phone and that's your girlfriend, it should take you 2 seconds to post up, and I'll know if it's real.
I mean, is she 90? What if she's 90?
We should.
He just likes old
like
girls.
Harold and Maude. Then I'll be like, respect.
He likes his mom's best friend.
He's currently dating Fanny. His ex is Geraldine. It is what it is.
Yeah, there's nothing coming in.
Nursing home visits. Like, I don't know what we're doing, man.
You don't ever get no act like you've never been turned on when you've gone to the nursing home.
I can honestly say I haven't. I haven't. Listen, that just because that's
they are getting it on more in the nursing homes and in the retirement communities than any of us ever will.
That's true.
It is crazy out there.
Viagra is very rampant in those places. Well, something got to get it up. That's what they use.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
you're taking your drink.
They totally.
At least it was before.
Yeah, this is pharmaceutically assisted,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that they ain't horny.
Assisted living comes with many assistants. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
probably the best assistance in assisted living.
Yeah.
Is a little blue pill.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, when I need it, I'm taking it. I ain't gonna even be the slightest bit embarrassed about it. I'll be just like, hey, I'm good. I'll
You're
have like a
funny.
necklace with Viagra on it, and I was like, in case of fun.
You see how you
In
played that?
case of
Boom.
fun.
I like how you played that. If I ever need it, that's good.
Well, I know you probably need it just to wake up in the morning, but he's like, I miss those morning rituals, you know.
Well, you don't take the blue pill; you take the red pill. It gets you there fast.
Red pill. What's the red pill?
I don't know what it's called, but it's faster.
Is there? Are you serious?
I'm
Is there a
dead
red-
serious.
There's a red one.
Yeah.
News
Like
to me. I mean,
Morpheus is going to show up. Would you like a boner? Or I don't know what the red pill does.
You want it in
a
an
boner
hour, or you
faster.
want
Like,
it
yeah,
in
I don't
10
know.
minutes?
That's the thing. Apparently, those are the outfits.
Yeah.
They're
I
the
feel
same.
like if I'm taking a pill, I want it now.
Do you want that blood flowing so fast that your heart just opens wide open, or do you want to wait and have it gradually open?
No, right now. I mean, there's a reason if I'm taking it now that I want it now. I don't want to be like, take this pill and wait 4 hours. Because what if I mistime it and I'm standing there in front of everybody in the conference room going, I'm really sorry, but my eyes are up here.
Yeah, you're going to shave years off of your life for the
You know,
convenience of
I
it.
guess one's to go on a date with, and one is to use after the date if you didn't do it before. I don't know.
Oh, I see. So if you strike out, well, then I'll just have another pill.
You know, if you use it and the date goes bad, what are you going to do?
I don't need you planning my life.
You going to cut diamonds? I mean, you got to do something.
Yeah. There's all sorts of things I can
I
do.
nearly
Like, well,
choked. That's just,
I need to put up some blinds. All this.
That'll work. Put some
You know.
drywall up; it'll hold it.
Yeah. Go down to the Y and hold people's towels. I don't know. Just Halfy Lefty says, don't kink shame. Some people like a nice gummer.
Oh, jeez.
Bills fan Russ says, Mildred and Gertrude. Yeah, check that out. The Jet says, did you know NFL players take Viagra when they're playing cold? Yeah, we talked about that during those cold games. It's a true story. Keeps your body temperature higher as it moves blood faster.
Yeah, that's true. That's why the quarterback's are always in the shotgun in those games.
I'll be like, there'll be a sign on the locker room door. Yeah, that says, if you took Viagra to stay warm, please do not come back into the locker room. Just stay in the hallway.
just Joe Burrow looking at the wristband like, I don't really want to run any of the ones we do out of under center. Can we just...
It's a shotgun day.
Can it just be...
Well, for me, though, if I'm in the shotgun and the ball would never get to me. Oh, God! Ah!
I would not want to be tackled in that game.
Oof.
Right?
Easy to find in the snow, though. Miss Wilbur says Bronny James could be the spokesperson for the red pill. He's the quicker picker upper. I don't even get the red
I don't
pill.
know what that...
I don't understand that either.
What does that have to do with Bronny James?
Rico Suave says Sun City is the STD capital of Arizona.
Probably.
It is true. No, that's actually true. Oh my God. People are out of control in Sun City. The Jet says, I bet the showers after the games are a little bit uncomfortable. Only for everyone else. I would imagine you're like, yeah. What's up, guys? What's up?
Yeah, but there's a 4-hour limit that you got to do something. Otherwise, you could have issues. So what do they do after the game?
You know, you don't have to do anything. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you have to shoot it.
But if the gun stays, I don't know,
Loaded?
chrome, yeah, loaded.
Cocked?
If the gun, if the gun's still loaded at hour 4, you're supposed to go somewhere like to an emergency room.
Bills fan Russ, that's a pretty good point. I mean, my thought would be, you know, who needs to be using the Viagra is sprinters. That way, part of them gets across that line before the other guy. Just that little extra something for the photo finish. Ta-da!
No.
Halfy Lefty says, after 4 hours, I'm calling Guinness. You would think that the alcohol would help.
Calling Guinness.
The Jet says, if my gun is still loaded after hour 4, I'll go to the mall and I'll walk around. You'll get arrested. That's what you'll get. This is not what we had planned to talk about.
No, we
Stay away from that
we
player.
got here and I was like, wow, what a funny joke. And then we stayed here
It was
the entire segment. We
got
stayed.
cold NFL players. Like you're at the elevator and they're like, "No, I got this." Boing. There you go.
He did that from the back of the elevator. Wow.
Anyone else? What floor are you on? 4. Boing. I got you. All right, we're taking a break. We'll come back and not talking about this. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to HarmonSolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast, too. Check it out. Go to HarmonSolar.com. That's HarmonSolar.com.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Celebrating 30 years of AmeriCorps looks like building lifetime changemakers in Arizona communities. From serving children alongside First Things First to Executive Director of Prevent Child Abuse Arizona. From the Pinal County Sheriff's Office to the Governor's Office, serving with AmeriCorps today creates limitless potential for every new member to lead Arizona tomorrow. Where will AmeriCorps take you? Join the movement by signing up at serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Discover the ultimate diamond buying experience, unparalleled quality at unbeatable prices.
Hi, I'm Diamond Dave, and at our by appointment office, you'll receive truly personalized one-on-one service for your needs.
No high overhead of standalone stores or mall hours to pay for. We're direct diamond importers designing and manufacturing in-house, eliminating all the middlemen.
Stop overpaying at retail and enjoy serious savings on quality diamonds.
From the first consult to the final reveal, we'll guide you through every step, ensuring you get your dream diamond ring, necklace, or earrings without compromise.
Romantic proposals, anniversary splurges, or just because. Indulge in diamonds for less.
Call today for your private appointment for a dazzling diamond.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450, 480-397-2450, or follow him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's at Diamond Dave, Kantor.
Download the Fanatic app.
News, scores, social media updates, and more on your smartphone, on your tablet. The free Fanatic app, available at the Google Play Store or the App Store, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey, the Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Hook'em Hottie is on the text line. She says, my man doesn't even like sports, but today he's laughing at this. He's like, turn it up. They're funny. That's strange. Hook'em Hottie has a guy who doesn't really care about sports. Remember Rosalie Michaels, fantasy girl. She has a husband who doesn't really care that much about football. And then she's like the fantasy football person. So strange, isn't it?
That one's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her whole life.
Yeah. I mean, all right. I guess, not everything is about sports.
But, having met Hook'em Hottie, like sports she's all Texas sportsed out. Longhorns, Rangers,
what
Cowboys,
do you guys talk about?
Mavs.
Rosalie and her husband, Nick, they both are on television and doing stuff. He's got his thing. She's got hers. And in between, I think they get together. They like to enjoy the outdoors together. So it's not all about football or whatever. He's into motocross racing, stuff like that. So it's not all about just the football or whatever. But Hokamani, you're right. I mean, she's about all of them sports, isn't she? So we're curious. What's the connector for you guys? Hey, Ralph, here's something just for you. You're a California boy, so this is for somebody from California. You see that picture right there? That is from 1962, and that is people sitting there watching as they open up the 405 freeway.
Oh wow!
And here's the joke just for you. Those cars right there haven't moved.
Wait, let's see it again.
They've added more cars, but
trying to get that in the focus.
If you can find that spot, they say.
Did they say where on the 405? I kind of think I know where that is.
That by your house?
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Listen, I'm sure the terrain has changed quite a bit, but you know what? I've driven on the 405, and I think I've been around that area that this is from, because I don't think that hillside has changed much.
That's 405, I think, going down to the valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Busiest freeway in the world.
1962 is when they opened that thing up.
Wow.
Wessel Grande, we're not talking about that anymore. He says, after 4 hours, I'm going to go play billiards. Look, Ma, no hands. 8 ball, corner pocket. Yeah. Ouch. Tiger Paws, she says, if the government ends up banning birth control because pregnancy is God's will, then the next step should be banning Viagra, because a limp wiener is God's will as well.
Wow.
She's not wrong. Silver Pop says, good afternoon, guys. You know, Jeffrey, I worked in the Sun City area for several years, and I couldn't believe when several of my customers would say that apparently Sun City has a huge swinger community. Sorry.
I like that I can't be disgusted by this, because I only vaguely understand what you mean, and I've never been there, and I will never go. So I don't understand fully what's happening, and I'm so grateful for that. You couldn't. I can't
Well,
explain.
if you ever find yourself in this retirement community and you're looking to score, here's the deal. Apparently,
I won't be.
People who participate, have the color purple in their front yards. Purple porch light, purple planters, purple flags. So never had the courage to test that theory, says Silver Pops. But if you're looking for some swinging, purple.
You know what's scary is he's 100% right. They have. I thought it was blue, not purple, but it could be one or the other. But yeah,
how do you know this?
I've heard all about this. Anthem is a community full of swingers, and Anthem up there has. If you go, you'll see a bunch of porch lights with the different colors. Absolutely. I mean, that's a big thing out here. When I moved out here, I heard about it, and I was like, wow.
But trying to think if I got any flowers out front that are like,
you
don't want to tear them bushes out right away.
Learn all about it so you don't accidentally send the wrong idea.
Don't use colored porch lights, and you'll be all right. Not even on Halloween.
What are in my Christmas lights? Okay. Quiet Cannon says, hey, Ralph, isn't the 405 through Orange County currently at least 5 lanes in each direction?
I believe it's 6.
And it's still not enough.
No, it's not. It's crowded all the time.
I actually killed a vehicle on the 405. I got a little leak from my water pump, and then next thing you know, gasket, blown head gasket.
Ooh. On the 405.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez.
And I had nothing I could do. I had to get off the freeway, and I was stuck. And I was just like,
that freeway is insane.
I was like, there's no point in even turning on the hazard light, because now
it don't matter.
Will try to edge me out. They're like, you're wounded, you're dying, get out of here.
I don't even think there's an emergency lane on the left side anymore, because they used it to make another lane.
Yeah. I was just like, this thing is, I'm going to drive it down to the nub. It's the last trip for that old Jeep.
It's such a main artery in LA that, yeah, it's just crazy.
Couldn't live there.
It's hard. It'd be hard to live there now. It's so crowded.
Then maybe I'd be like, helicopter? I don't want a helicopter now.
You saw what happened to Kobe. You don't want to do that.
Well, that's the thing. Sit in that traffic and tell me you wouldn't risk it. Yeah. Hurry Harry says the 405 is 6 lanes, and now it needs to be like 8 or 9. No, some people need to move the hell away. That's what has to happen. There's too many people there. CK says, I hope they don't ban Plan B. Oh, that saved my ass a few times. Many times, says CK. Okay. Hefty Lefty says, Anthem is a big swinger community as well. Yeah, Purple Rocks by the front door. Dead giveaway.
It's not lying.
Well,
So
I'll
next
never
time-
be able to unsee that. Like when you.
Next time I go to someone's house.
Oh no!
We should go to Randy's
No!
house. Let's
The
go do that
first
at
thing I was
Randy's
thinking
house.
is going back to visit Randy. Just
I'm gonna go change his light in the front and then put some rocks on.
and they're gonna be like, what's going on? What? Hurry Harry says, he says, you guys do a great job when Ralph is on. The bar has been raised. Go Seahawks.
There you go.
Ah,
Go
blow
Hawks.
it out your ass, Harry.
Go Hawks.
Oily Stool says LA is a cesspool of America, much like Toronto is the cesspool of Canada. No, you're incorrect. Florida is the cesspool of America, and Ohio is the armpit of America, and California is the brain damage of America. How's that?
I don't know.
It's not nasty or cesspoolish.
California's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
And-
nice. It's just filled with dim-witted people.
It's just overpopulated.
Too many dim-witted
Way
people.
overpopulated. But
New
if you go
Jersey
outside
is
of
way
those
more of a
areas-
cesspool than California.
The
is.
collective
agree.
IQ of this nation would rise if we had that earthquake that broke California off and sunk it in the sea. Suddenly, our IQ would be way higher.
Well, they had one today, so they're trying.
Yay, earthquake. I'm pro earthquake.
You're probably-
Jeez. Hefty Lefty says parts of the 5 freeway through Anaheim, 9 lanes each way, still becomes a parking lot every day.
Yeah, he's right. That's a bad place too.
Angry Texan says, I should probably get rid of that purple rock my wife put in the front of our house.
You might want to.
Might explain some of the visitors we've had. Kyle G says, so is The Color Purple just very different movie than what I thought it was? No wonder Oprah got so famous.
Yeah, that's not what that movie's about. That movie's not about that. That movie is about some.
If you watch it thinking that, it makes it a different movie.
It makes
Yeah,
it a
it would.
scarier movie.
It does.
It makes it a much darker movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty
By the
dark
way,
movie.
Yeah.
you know,
it doesn't
not-
need help.
Remember he says that Oprah and Gail are like lovers? And it turns out they're not. And Gail was like, do you know how hard it's made it for me to get a date because of that? She finally spoke up. I was like, you should have probably spoke up about this sooner. If this was the thing, it was because people thinking you and Oprah were together.
Some people feel like it's better to not address it because then it sounds like you're, you protest too much. Like you're
right.
And so maybe she thought, well, let me see if I could just ignore it.
There's a way to do it. Like
Yeah.
if I'm Tom Cruise and I'm not gay, and somebody said something about that, I'll be like, hey guys, it doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with it if I am gay, but I'm not gay. So, ladies, the line starts here, and that's what Gail could have done. Hey,
I
hey
suppose.
guys, open for business here. Don't listen to all the stupid stuff. If I were gay, I'd be all over Oprah. Did you see how much money she has? Hell yeah. Oh, good Lord. I'd be, yes, God, yes, but I'm not. So, fellas,
Yeah, I guess
Shoot
it just
your
didn't-
shot.
It didn't occur to her to try it that way. She just tried to ignore it and did not work out for her. Apparently,
she's lonely now. So it's not, I mean, I get it. Doth protest too much. You shouldn't have to justify or explain anything to anybody. But sometimes you might, put some purple rocks in your front yard, I guess. I don't know what the rocks are for I'm not a lesbian that's living with Oprah. I don't know what rock does
think there
that
are
for
rocks for that. I don't.
Yeah.
Ron needs to have purple rocks for the Christmas party as a giveaway.
I really think
that would be
that's
phenomenal.
I mean, it would be funny.
No, somebody doesn't know.
Because
Oh, those are
if you got whatever gift you liked and then someone else got the purple rocks and then swapped with you,
Well, the thing is the
so-
guys that don't have any clue be
Yeah.
like, this is a really nice purple rock. I'm
Right.
giving this
I
to my
know.
wife. It's like is that amethyst or I don't know what it
We
is.
can put them out front. Oh, and look at the light bulb for the porch. That's beautiful.
I like it better just me driving up in the middle of the night, putting it on the yard, driving away.
I'm gonna
Enjoy.
I don't live far from Randy.
The purple rock bunny was here. Quiet Cannon says, with all the millions of people in California, the main industry is agriculture. They feed 25% of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, can we have that part not drop off?
I don't think you can be that selective, honestly.
I can cut it out.
Don't tell me what I can and can't be.
I mean, you can. It's just not realistic. You could be as selective as you want, I guess.
Bear Claw says, I used to work in Costa Mesa and I'd take part of the 405 to the 605, get home to Pasadena. It'd take me 2 hours to get home.
Oh yeah, that's
and
common.
that was 20 years ago.
That's common though.
Took you 20 years to get home.
It's that, and then the Katy Highway in Houston.
Oh yeah,
13
Oh, yeah.
lanes wide.
No, thank you. Monkey Puncher says, isn't Neil a swinger? Says, if Dylan Cohen or him are interested, DM me.
Wow.
I mean, no.
Wow.
Ralph has crabs. Says, Oprah and Gayle King are definitely lovers. I've seen on Canadian Reddit. Yeah, those aren't real. Those pictures aren't real. Ralph has crabs.
If your source is Reddit, that's not great.
Captain Lefty says, who's that texter from Pasadena? Pasadena. Yeah. Listen, we got to take a break. We come back. We're going to talk about what I meant to talk about. We came back from the last break. We didn't even get to it. We're going to get to it next. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Here's Brooke Burke for Skechers' new Workout Walker footwear.
Do you know the world's #1 most popular form of exercise? It's walking. And one company has you covered. Skechers, the comfort technology company, with their newest performance walking sneaker, Skechers Workout Walker. Because the Skechers Workout Walker is fully loaded to get the most out of your walk, including a carbon-infused plate in the sole to add more spring to your step. Find Skechers Workout Walker for men and women at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
The Arizona primary election is coming up on July 30th, 2024. Are you voting by mail? Here are some reminders. Mail your ballot back 7 to 10 days before Election Day. Otherwise, return your early ballot to any secure election drop box or voting location by 7 p.m. on Election Day. Sign up today to receive email or text updates on your ballot status. Learn more at arizona.vote. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Secretary of State's office.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer Sales event when Dave, the sales guy, asks, want to test drive the Rogue? And I'm like, let's go. We're driving when Dave says, check out the V6 turbo engine. I hit the gas and whoosh. I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Dave goes, if you think that's cool, watch this. Dave shows me the miles per gallon and I'm like, whoa, that's pretty impressive fuel economy. Dave mentions, these new cars are going fast. And in that moment, I had to have that Rogue. Crazy, right?
Wait till you hear how I got my Sentra.
Now Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000 MSRP. Shop the Nissan sales event. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. 2024 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail price. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
At Desert Wholesale Diamond, we pride ourselves on providing top-tier quality, unmatchable prices, and excellent service. I'm Diamond Dave, and my track record in the diamond industry dates back 4 generations. I've eliminated the traditional middlemen, providing you with direct access to wholesale markets.
I'm Jada Cantor, and we offer you the best diamond buying journey of your life. With 3 wholesale offices and a dedicated production team, we make it easy for you to buy diamonds at unbeatable wholesale prices.
Our 34 years of industry leadership proves our dedication, and we continue to lead the way in all areas, particularly in lab-grown diamonds.
Save yourself from paying retail. Experience the most pleasant diamond buying experience ever. Meet Diamond Dave and his team, who are all waiting to assist you with your wholesale diamond purchase.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450, 480-397-2450, or follow him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's at Diamond Dave, Kantor.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. And your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. He'll be back when he's back. We've got Ralph from Harmon Solar here with us. Keon Rose is in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I thought this next thing was done. I thought it was done. I thought it was sorted. I thought it was figured. One day we hear about something,
and we talk about it, and we're like, "Ooh, I hope this doesn't mean what we think it means," and it doesn't mean that. And then the next day, we were like, "Oh, it didn't mean that." And, oh, good job. That guy didn't do the thing we thought he did, and then he's okay. And boy, he might maybe want to sue. Well, now today, I'm going to tell you right now, you should definitely sue. Hell am I talking about? So Terrell Davis and his family sitting on a United plane, and his kid wants some ice. So the kid's like, "Excuse me, mister, can I have some ice?" And the attendant, this guy, ignores him. And so then Terrell Davis says, "Oh," he just kind of taps the guy on the elbow. He's like, because he's in his seat, and the guy's standing there, taps him, "Excuse me," and he goes, "Don't hit me!" And then the guy runs off. Terrell Davis is like, "The hell was that?" So he's like, "Okay." So they go through the flight. Then as soon as they land, FBI agents, I don't know if it was FBI or it was police, but anyways, officers come up onto the plane, and they're like, "Everybody stay seated." They go right to Terrell Davis and say, "Come with us, sir." He's like, "What the hell?" Like, so the attendant claimed that he'd been assaulted by Terrell Davis. So they take him off the plane. They start talking to him, and these officers are like, "Okay, yeah, this is all bull crap." And they realize that the attendant full of crap. So they go back and they tell Terrell, "You're fine, just go on, everything's cool." And then the United says that attendant is no longer with the company, which right there tells you everything you need to know. Okay, the dude was nuts. So we thought, okay, well, that's the end of that. United apologized. Terrell was still talking. He's like, "This is humiliating. And, the entire family was traumatized by this. It's just not a good look. I'm a person of note." So now people had to see that. It's just the whole thing was bad. So, I don't know if he had his lawyers do anything or not, but so I guess he got online there. And he's like, "What the heck?" He's like, "Where does this come from?" He got an email from United. And in the email, they inform him that he is not permitted to fly on United Airlines. He's been banned from United Airlines until the review of the incident is concluded. Sue the living bejesus out of him, Terrell.
I think he plans to.
What in the hell?
Because even before all of that, he named all the lawyers in that law firm. It seemed like it. Just like, how many partners does this law firm have? It's like 6 guys named on the marquee.
He's gonna need them because United has lawyers too, So yeah, but wow. Then insult to injury to insult to injury to tell Terrell Davis, "You are not welcome on our airline until we sort this out," even though we've let the attendant go, even though all the law enforcement said after talking to people, and there's witnesses, that he's full of crap, that you're going to deny him travel. Sometimes United's like the only way to get somewhere. Not every plane goes every place. So now you're going to restrict Terrell Davis's air travel until you sort out how badly screwed you are with this impending lawsuit that if it wasn't coming before, it is coming now. How dumb are you, United?
And they've had a lot of issues lately, so this is just another one, right?
Yeah, just the bad PR. Why would you even risk that? Especially if you feel like he's not at fault. If for some reason you do a review and somehow, I don't know how you do it, you conclude that he's at fault, then you can suspend him. Why get out in front of it and say, "You know what? You're not welcome here until we figured out how badly we screwed up."
Yeah, that's weird.
Big George says that there's actually more to this. He says the first day he got that email, next day United sent another email apologizing and reinstating him to travel. Terrell didn't see that email though. Yeah, I didn't see that part of the story. All I have is what Terrell Davis has said.
The first email should not have been sent.
Yeah. Right. I don't care what email come next. My ass is suing your ass.
There is a person who needs to be fired. Another person at United who needs to be fired. There's a whole list
of people I think need to be fired for this. Hamilton Porter says, "If you've ever flown United, I wish I was banned from flying United." Hueso Grande says, all-time great show, gents, except for you know who, who's probably wearing purple.
I've never said anything to this person. Isn't he like a newer texter too?
Hueso Grande? Yeah, he's been around for a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, I never said a word to I guess I'm gonna have to start attacking. That's fine.
Yeah, he's been here since June.
He's listened to my show.
Yeah, Hueso Grande listens on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Maybe he means me. Maybe he means Keon.
I hope he does.
Sir Drives a Lot says, I agree with Grande.
See, there we go.
Oh boy.
Well, all I can say is I hope Trail Davis gets a lot of money.
I think he will.
He's like, I got some money. I could always use more. I could use more. Why not?
Why not?
Speaking of going to hell, I mean, here's who needs to go to hell. United. Okay, boom. We already know that. I mean, that's an obvious, right?
It's a given.
That whole story right there, just it was bad enough, and then continues to get worse, right? So, United. Now, Colorado is not where I thought this sort of thing might happen until you get a little deeper into the context of it. So there's these kids, right? And they got a lemonade stand out. And, it's always cool. The kids go to a lemonade stand. They're trying to raise money for whatever their reason. Whether it's, hey, I need a new bike, or I'm trying to help some charity, or I'm just trying, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they're doing. There's nothing cuter than kids going out there and, pursuing the American dream of making some money for selling something. And, who doesn't like a nice glass of lemonade? I like lemonade. Why not? Have some lemonade. Don't be a dick. Get some lemonade. Anyway, so they're sitting there, and this is in Summit County, Colorado. And the kids are sitting there. All of a sudden, whoop, whoop, the po-po pull up. Jeez. And they're like, okay, well, it's Colorado, so nobody's taught us to assume the position. So we're just going to do the unthinkable and talk to them. And so the kids are like, hello, officer. And the cops are like, hey, we'd feel better if you move your lemonade stand back a little bit away from the inside of the road here. It's in case, or somebody's driving by or something. Let's just move you back a little bit. Just for your safety. The kids were like, okay, that's cool. All right, that's fine. So, and the cops bought a little lemonade and they drove away. They're like, wow, that was cool. Okay. So the reason the cops there, because the homeowners association and some of the people who live in the neighborhood called the police on these kids.
Wow.
Saying they're blocking the road. Oh, they're unsafe. They're out here doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. They're running an illegal lemonade stand.
An illegal lemonade stand. Do you hear yourself when you said those words or typed them? Did you?
Where's the health department?
Didn't you feel dumb?
So members of the Wilderness Homeowners Association called the cops, said those things. Cops showed up and they kind of looked around. Deputies were like, they're not blocking the roadway. Why are these people lying to us? By the way, when you lie to law enforcement, that completely changes how they're going to react to you in the situation next. Yep. They hate it when you lie to them. So they're like, okay, they're not blocking the road. There's nothing illegal about this stand, the location or the fact that they're doing this. And they're like, yeah, this is dumb as hell. We're leaving. And that's what that was. So they just said, hey, let's have you move back a little bit just to be a little safer. That's all. And they left. So then the original people who reported it, as the cops were pulling off, came out, started yelling, claiming they're on private property. So the deputies come back and they looked around. They're like, this is not private property. It's their property. They're like, because you know how where I live, the homeowners association, there's the sidewalk, and then there's like a little strip where there's trees. The thing I don't understand is my water from my irrigation feeds those trees that I have no control over and is maintained by the homeowners association landscapers. Well, give it your own water. Why do I got to give you my water? I'm paying for this water that's watering those trees. So they think, is all my property your property? And the homeowners association there thought that. They were like, well, no, because the houses were part of the HOA. Then we say you can't do this. They can't do this. And the cops are like, no, it's actually the other way around, because the HOA, these children's parents are part of the HOA. So they do have a right to be here. And this whole thing is stupid. And the cops drove away shaking their heads. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, HOAs are horrendous. This is what you get: a bunch of people who have nothing better to do with their lives, right? And they get on this HOA
bushel of Barney Fife.
Right. They get on this HOA board and they think that there's something above the law, like they're going to run the show in this community. I've seen some videos online of just HOA people just doing some horrendous things to people. So this doesn't surprise me one bit, which is why I'll never live in an HOA.
It's the most nonpartisan thing that exists.
Yep.
Universally, regardless of who you want to vote for. Nobody likes an HOA.
Nope.
They're just it's just awful. They're just awful.
If I can get out of the HOA, I'm getting out of the HOA.
Yep.
You know,
it's disastrous. I mean, I can't imagine harassing a group of children and going to bed at night and going, you know what? I think I did make the world better.
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
there's just when do you realize that you are the stupid person in the equation?
Well,
is it when you're saying
stupid people never realize?
Well,
they're
that's
stupid.
the thing. Yeah, that's
impossible. So, going to hell.
Good point.
Going to hell, all you members of the Wilderness Homeowners Association. You're going to hell.
Harassing a group of children selling lemonade.
888-368-1580. Hamilton Porter says, I think the most ironic part of the whole thing is United's tagline, fly the friendly skies.
Yeah.
Oh,
good point.
Guess I'm getting on Southwest now. Kyle G says, this is why kids don't play outside anymore. Yeah, it doesn't help. It does not help. By the way, you know how they got that filthy French river? The Seine, the sign of whatever Seine.
Yeah.
There's a U.S. triathlete who says, I figured this out. I have cracked the code. I've cracked the code. Seth Ritter. He's like, I know it's been a century since people were last allowed to swim in that filthy river. So I thought about, it's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? He took the George Carlin tactic. I don't know if you've ever heard George Carlin talk about swimming in the Hudson River, but it's kind of the same thing. He says, we know there's going to be some E. coli exposure. So what I did, I just tried to increase my E. coli threshold by exposing myself to a bit of E. coli in my everyday life.
Wow.
Ritter said, this is backed by science, proven methods, just little things throughout the day, like not washing your hands after you go to the bathroom.
which
did you warn anyone, Seth?
You have to warn people because while that exposes you to E. coli a little bit more, you're also exposing literally everyone you shake hands with, and that's disgusting.
Yep. So basically, he just to get myself to be able to swim in the filth, I myself have become filth.
That's awesome.
Bruce Lee gave that talk.
That's true.
Be like filth.
Become one with the filth.
Yeah. So don't shake hands with Seth Ritter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't say if he offers you a sandwich, say no, thank you.
I can't be gross. I can't get gross.
Oof.
If I already am.
This is bad. $1.5 billion was spent so Seth Ritter could just like wipe his ass and not wash his hands.
Which when you do stuff like that, that just tells me deep down inside you never wanted to wash your hands. And now
he's taking the opportunity.
You're giving yourself permission. Like, look, guys, I don't want to be this disgusting. I've got to swim in the Seine. I've got to prepare. This is my entire career right now.
Seth Ritter doesn't want to wash his hands. That's it. That's the headline.
You nasty.
Silver Pop says, sounds like that HOA staff would fit in well working for United Airlines. You're not wrong.
That's a good
And
point.
actually, that's a LinkedIn Indeed sort of connection right there.
You work for the Wilderness HOA, you're just the person we're looking for.
So Ryan Murphy for the United States, his wife is pregnant, and on Monday he got himself another medal. He's got a lot of them, by the way. But yeah, he got 3 medals in Rio, and then he got 3 in Tokyo. And he took bronze in the 100-meter in Paris. And so he's like, hey, I won a medal. And so his wife was like, you know what I'm going to do? He wins a medal. I'm going to tell him what the gender is of the baby coming. And so she's like, haha. So she holds up a poster. It's a girl. It was bad enough he won a bronze. Why would you want to depress him like this? Why would you want to break that kind of bad news?
Why is that bad news?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
I'm kidding. No, it was so she just held the sign. It's a girl, so I'm sure he's happy about it. I mean, because if he doesn't have a boy, they can always try again.
Jeez.
I'm kidding.
I know, but like, I'm not capable of jumping in on this one. I just
everybody else is like, let's see, blue nut tightening, backing away. All right. I don't have a whole lot more Olympic stuff. We're gonna get to the other things here, I promise. But did you see the Coco Gauff thing? How do you let that happen? It was a bad call, but I don't know if it was like, was that the one call that cost her everything? Or I mean, so what happened was Coco Gauff's playing in tennis there, and so I guess in tennis they can call it before the ball was coming in, and it looked like it was going to be out. So the guy goes out, so she doesn't swing at it. And then the other guy, judge, goes, "It's fair," and she's like, "What? I would have swung at it if you didn't yell out." Because that was the difference between the point, and they wouldn't give her the call, and so she was crying and she was very, very upset. It just was the end. But I don't know. I guess a turning point, right? But I feel like you kind of have to be tougher and get through that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it happens. I mean, this, especially in a sport where you're out there by yourself, and then you're so hung up on that last point. Like, I can't believe this guy screwed me like that you end up not even paying attention, or it's hard to refocus, because like especially if it feels like it's going to happen again. Yeah, that's a tough one.
The official said that should not have affected the swing, but I'm like, bull crap. If you say stop, or I'm going to stop. Well, I would.
Yeah, it's just it's how because if she were to hit it, then they could still rule that as out.
And
So
then the ump says, "I know I'm wrong, but I can't change my decision after your appeal."
Then what is the point of having an appeal? Like, if you knew, oh yeah, actually I screwed up on that one, then why even have it?
So now we need more. Say it. Robot umps.
Robot umps, which tennis already has.
Just not in the Olympics.
Yeah, just not for one where the official calls it out before it touches the ground. Like, there's plenty they can do if you let it touch the ground. When they say if you don't let it touch the ground, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing to replay.
Yeah, Screaming Eagle says, yeah, Keon, why don't they use the Hawkeye system? They don't use it?
I think nope.
Not in the Olympics.
I guess not in the Olympics, but which is weird. That is very, because I know like they use it at Wimbledon, they use it at the French Open, they use it at the US Open, like Australian, like all the major tournaments use them. The Olympics is just as big as those. So it just seems weird to not have it, especially in France. Where one of the major tournaments is played. I understand it's not on clay, but
same place they play it is where she's playing. So where they play the French Open.
Just
so they have the equipment.
It's literally installed in the building. It's like 100, not 100, but like a bunch of cameras up in the ceiling, basically constantly just taking pictures of the court and making these 3D renderings of everything. I don't know. Got nothing on that one.
I wish I could care about tennis enough. But so we're moving so this Brazilian swimmer, this gal, got sent home from the Paris Olympics because she snuck out of the athletes' village with her boyfriend. And so she got caught as they were sneaking out. So the Brazilians are like, you know what, you're going home, and sent her home. She's very upset. She's like, I filed a complaint of harassment. Who's harassing you? You got sent home for breaking a rule, and nothing's been resolved. I will speak to my lawyers. I promise to tell everything. I'm sad. I'm nervous, but with a peace of mind because I know who I am. I know my character. I know. And then she's just like, but wait, you tried to sneak out against the rules, so you got caught. And then he's like, hey, that's not right. You're going home. So to give you an idea, one of the team leader said, yeah, we're not here to play or take a vacation. We're here working for Brazil, for the 200 million taxpayers who are working for us. We can't play around here. She took a completely inappropriate position to make her point, her dismay about the formation of the relay. And then she started to sneak out with her boyfriend. And they're like, no, that's the end of the line there for her. She's going home. But she's like, I'm suing. I'm going to sue if you guys sent me home and I am harmed and hurt by this.
If it's in writing that you can't go, you
done.
Listen to this generation, huh?
Yep. Your feelings do not matter here. Just
we shouldn't even have to explain this to her, but it seems like she's got this entitlement thought process.
No,
you can't send me.
Yeah. Feelings over facts.
But
I'm going to sue because I did something wrong and you called me on it with the consequences.
The thing is, you can blame the generation, but everybody else there is probably around her age and managed not to be a dumbass. So get out. What you managed to, in a group of people just like you, managed to be the only idiot.
What does she do?
It's indefensible.
She's a swimmer.
Oh.
She's a swimmer.
Indefensible.
She crashed out.
If everybody else
4x100
has the presence of mind to go, yeah, we're doing a job here, and you showed up and you wanted to have fun, you can have fun when your event is over. Otherwise, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Sir Drives a Lot says, no. Rules are only meant for a few, according to some. Just ask her. Yeah, she'll agree with you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if anybody in a court of law does, and I'm guessing they won't.
Mm-hmm. Nope. What was the girl? Veruca. Who's the blue turned into a blueberry in?
That's Veruca Salt.
Oh, yeah.
Veruca Salt from Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
That's. I want it now. Okay.
Yeah,
she got it.
Well,
enjoy being blue and giant.
Yeah,
fine.
Well, you got it.
She got juiced.
I wish
you wanted to leave the village with your boyfriend, and now you have.
I really wish that Willy Wonka was real. And some Oompa Loompas come out and sing to her right there as they cart her away.
As she's screaming, but I didn't do anything. Yeah,
it would have been cool if they would have came out with a version where they would have showed her getting juiced, and the other people that got messed up. Right, they would have showed what happened to them.
They float away off into the sky.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see. Hey, look, she's getting juiced. That'd be cool.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The men's Olympic golf event begins on August 1st, running 4 rounds, and world number 1 Scotty Scheffler of the United States, the betting favorite to capture the gold medal. Scheffler plus 350, while PGA and British Open champion Xander Schauffele is at plus 550. Ireland's Rory McIlroy plus 750. Colin Morikawa of the United States is plus 1,000. John Rahm of Spain also plus 1,000 to capture the gold medal. He recently won the Live Golf event in England. And Sweden's Ludwig Åberg is plus 1,400. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at Progressive.com. A day of medals, but no golds for the United States in the pool. Regan Smith and Catherine Burkhoff went silver bronze behind Australia's Kaylee McEwen in the women's 100-meter backstroke, while Bobby Fink finished second behind Ireland's Daniel Whiffen in the men's 800 free. The U.S. men's 4x200 freestyle relay team took silver behind Great Britain. Simone Biles and Suni Lee led the way as the U.S. women's gymnastics team claimed gold in the team competition. It's the third time in the last 4 summer games the U.S. has finished on top. Biles and Lee will both compete in the all-around final on Thursday, marking the first time 2 Olympic all-around champions will face off in a final. And the surfing competition scheduled to resume tonight in Tahiti. has been postponed due to high rains and wind throughout the island. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
At Progressive, we know there's a lot of things you can track. Steps, calories, heart rate, your pet steps, screen time, the whereabouts of your favorite celebrity, how long you slept, how long you didn't sleep, how long you thought about sleeping, how long you thought about sleeping. But none of these things could save you money, unlike Snapshot from Progressive, which customizes your rate based on how and how much you drive. It's much better for your bottom line than tracking your Cocker Spaniel's resting heart rate. So download the Progressive app today.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Pain means pause on the things you love, but green means go. Cool the pain with BioFreeze and keep on going. BioFreeze cools and relieves sore muscles and joints. It works fast and is long-lasting by using cold therapy to help relieve the pain. In fact, it's the #1 clinician-recommended menthol topical pain relief brand based on Ipsos clinician survey of chiropractors, podiatrists, massage therapists, retail pharmacists, and athletic trainers. BioFreeze. Green means go. Learn more at biofreeze.com. Use as directed.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down. Covered by the Verizon 5G network. And for less than $30 a month, we make your phone your ride or die. Switch now and pick a free 5G phone with qualified plan purchase. And your fourth line at no additional cost. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
You've got real work to do. Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size. Because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better when cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Ready to move on to some NFL football, but Spidey Munn says, you know, that Brazilian swimmer girl there, she got caught. She says, article I read said they did leave the village, and how they got caught was they posted pictures on social media.
Oh, that's even stupider.
Stupid.
Oh.
Oh my God.
It's like any amount of sympathy that someone would be dumb enough to give her is gone. It's gone now. There's nothing to have.
I think that'll be the end of that story. All right. So Cardinals training camp is happening. And Kyler Murray found himself in front of a microphone and has expressed the fact that he feels a sense of urgency to win now. Unlike before, I guess, which is apparent by his record as a professional. Because when he was a kid, he went 42-0 when he played for Allen High School in Texas. He went 12-2 at Oklahoma. But Cardinals 28-36 and 1 tie. That's his
wow.
And he's only had 1 winning season. So
yeah, but part of that is him.
No, don't worry. He says he has the urgency to win now.
Yeah, and part of that is him. But like, Cliff Kingsbury was like one of the worst coaches in the league his entire time that he was coaching here.
Except for that's when he had his best year.
One of them, which is a Cliff Kingsbury spent. Now do Cliff's record. Do
Oh,
Cliff's
no.
record.
Listen,
Is
I'm
it-
not supporting Cliff Kingsbury.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't just put quarterback record and like that's the only thing. I just think that for him, I think when you're winning and you're 42-0 in high school and then you go to college and you've got a successful college career, you assume the winning is just going to keep happening. A lot of guys get to the NFL, get punched in the mouth and go, oh.
Well, he says,
this is
that's what happened. He says, I'm not used to losing. He says, I know it sounds cliche. It's been 5 years going to 6, but I haven't won yet. Sense of urgency is definitely there. Should have always been there.
I think that, yeah, but there's a difference between having a sense of urgency. When you assume the wins are going to happen, you don't have it. And that's
Wow.
part of growing up.
It only took him 5 years.
That's part of growing up is making that happen. Like he's at the age now where it's like you don't have excuses. You have to figure this thing out or you're done. And he knows that. I just think that's I don't know.
Here's what he has going for him this year. Two things. I'll let you guess. Number one, what does he got going for him this year, Keon?
Marvin Harrison.
Is your name Keon?
Yes, sometimes. I can't talk about it.
But you won't be able to guess the second thing.
A real actual coach?
Low as hell expectations.
Well,
that's true.
I don't think so. I think the actual coach is the thing. Like the expectations are low, but that's only because look at this roster. Like I just don't understand. Like somehow we talk about Kyler Murray and Kyler gets to be in this vacuum separate from the rest of the team. He is on a team that isn't good. The last GM sucked. He was bad at building the team. He didn't build a good team. The last coach sucked. He was bad at game planning. He was bad at adjusting. He was bad at hiring people, that would cover his weaknesses. Like defensive coordinator, how can you never get that right a single time in 5 years?
That's true, but you have to look at Kyler Murray too.
And that's what I've said. That was the first thing I said was Kyler is part of the problem.
Yeah, he was a big part of the problem.
But but the quarterback is not more important than the coach.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with you. But I mean, Kyler Murray has made his bed, and he's lying in it. And now for him to come out, suddenly now he's got an urgency to win.
Well,
now
he
probably shouldn't have said that.
Maybe you shouldn't have said that. But it's not like the urgency wasn't there so much as the assumption that the wins would eventually come was part of it. And obviously, you learn when you finally get to the NFL, the place where you can't just talent your way through everything. That I'm gonna have to start outworking people. Kyler Murray is not the only person in the NFL who's figured that out when they start to enter their prime years.
You're
Like
right.
that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
Appreciate who has figured it out. You know who's figured it out? Michael Wilson, wide receiver for the Cardinals. And here's what I'm talking about. Remember the other day we were talking about how Simone Biles, her husband, took time off of training camp to go watch her in the Olympics. And I was like, I don't know about that.
She's the greatest gymnast in the history of gymnasts.
Doesn't matter. Everybody's wife is the greatest in the history of anything. That's not the point.
No, but not in his personal opinion. That is an objective fact.
It doesn't matter. Michael Wilson's fiance, to him, is the greatest everything that ever happened. And by the way, his fiance is Sophia Smith, who made her Olympic debut last week as a soccer player. She's a soccer player. And they've been together for a while, and he's been through it all with her when she was in the U.S. women's team and doing all this. And, he says, I'm just going to watch this from afar because this is an important year. This is my training camp matters a lot. I know it matters what she's doing too. But I got to do my job. This is what I'm being paid for, and I'm here. He says it's hard. A lot of times he'll be out there on the field doing walkthroughs and practice, and then the staff will kind of keep him up to date, say what's going on with the game and stuff because they could check their phones. He doesn't have a phone out there, and so he's like, it was too important a year to miss. My job is here.
Who is making more money, Michael Wilson or his wife?
It doesn't matter.
I bet it's Michael Wilson.
It doesn't matter.
Simone Biles laps Jonathan Owens in money.
Doesn't matter.
6 or 7 times over. If
you're in love with somebody, your job is. I'm talking about just for us, just regular people too.
Yeah.
If you're a man and you make more money than your wife, your time is not more important than hers just because you make more money. And it goes the other way too. And if you're going to look at the athletes, you have to have that same philosophy and that same thought press. My job, my money is not more important than yours. It all is in the same pile. And your opportunity is in the Olympics. My opportunity is on the Arizona Cardinals or on the New York Jets or on the Bills, wherever it is. And so
I think every relationship is different. And you can't say he's right for this. And they're not the same two people.
I'm just saying. I think
I think. Listen, if it's Simone Biles, that is the most important thing to her. Is you being there to see her become the most decorated U.S. gymnast of all time. You have to go. You have to go. That relationship's over. I'm just telling you that's how it is.
I feel like I feel like we're talking about two newly married couples.
Well, Simone Biles and her husband are newly married. Michael Wilson, his fiance, haven't quite made it down the aisle yet.
That's what's going on here. Because if we're talking Jeffrey and Ralph, and we're married, 20 years? I mean, whatever it is, I've been married 30 years. Probably okay missing it.
Well, I mean, I've been married 30 years, not in a row, but
it's probably, it's a good break.
I don't know, man. You play football every season. The Olympics happens every 4 years. Like this chunk of your partner's career is smaller. This is not the same. And look, if that's a decision that you're both comfortable with making, I'm not saying Michael Wilson.
Just say, if I can get out of work, I'll come.
If Michael Wilson and his I guess girlfriend, fiance, I don't know what the if they're cool with that, then they're cool with that. But that is we're talking once every 4 years means that you maybe get to go to 3 of those if you're lucky.
He wants to be there, but he doesn't feel like he can leave his job.
I'm not saying he's wrong for that. That's the decision that they came
the other
to.
guy's right for that.
But no, you went. I'm not even going. I'm not doing it with Michael Wilson. I'm saying either way is fine as long as y'all are both cool and understand exactly what this means to you. Because for Simone Biles and where she is in her career, this could be the last one. Yeah, she's gonna probably want him there.
The other part is if you work for the man and you can get out of work and not be in trouble, do it.
How did he get out of work? That's what I want to say.
He negotiated into the contract.
No, was it really negotiating the contract?
Yes.
I'd heard that the coach was like, listen, we need to support the Olympics. We support him.
No, I actually told you this yesterday in my stories.
I don't listen.
Yeah. He when he went to them, he said, hey, look, this is what the situation is. This is very important to her. I am going to have to miss this time. And they said, we're fine with that. And they put it in writing. So it's
why would they have to put it in writing?
Because I mean, look, just because you could say you're okay with it now and then change your mind.
Let's make it
let's just go ahead and just say, hey, look, that better not be the reason to come back on me as to why you're cutting me later. You'd cut me for some other reason, but you're not going to cut me for this because I already warned you from the very, very beginning. I was very upfront with why I would be missing time and where I would be, as opposed to Aaron Rodgers in Egypt.
We can't compare the year that a safety and a wide receiver are going to have, really, to say.
And then also they don't do the same things in the Olympics, and they're not at the
throwing
same.
to Michael Wilson, and
so they don't. It's not like it's not a 1-to-1 Olympic thing. It's not a 1-to-1 positional thing for them. It's really going to depend on who those two people are and what's important to them. And either way.
I feel like you should be at work.
If your partner is going to be competing in their last Olympics and they're going to be the most decorated Olympian at that sport, and they say, hey, this is important to me, can you please be here? I think it's insane for you to say no at that level, like the level of that, the magnitude of that for that person and in the entire sport is.
Hey,
what if his team says no?
My training camp is important too.
Then your math is different. Obviously, like if the team was just like and he couldn't get anybody to agree to that, they're just like, oh no, you're getting your ass to camp. Well, then it would be unfair for her to ask that of him. But since he could get it,
I feel she would ask it regardless.
Yeah, I mean, she could ask it regardless, but in this particular instance, it's not unfair.
Now, for everybody listening, if your wife, your fiance, your whoever is in the wants you to be there and support them, just do it. Just go ahead and do it. is if you can legally get away with it, if you
it's
can
a
get out
foot-
of work, go do
For
this.
some people, a football career is not more important than a marriage. I think that's fair. I think that's okay. They just got married. You could get off on the rightest foot on the history of right foots.
Rough Rob's first text I'm going to read, but I'm not reading the second one.
Oh, God.
If he wants to keep her happy, he better go. I'm not reading the rest. Got to take a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, I'm State School Superintendent Tom Horn. We need to improve students' proficiency in reading and math, which is my highest priority. I'm therefore providing $40 million for free one-on-one tutoring for all public and charter school students from first grade to high school, regardless of their proficiency level. And participating teachers earn money, which they deserve, for their work to improve students' learning. Sign up at azed.gov.
Sponsored by the Arizona Department of Education.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event when Dave, the sales guy, asks, want to test drive the Rogue? And I'm like, let's go. We're driving when Dave says, check out the VC turbo engine. I hit the gas and whoosh. I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Dave goes, if you think that's cool, watch this. Dave shows me the miles per gallon and I'm like, whoa, that's pretty impressive fuel economy. Dave mentions, these new cars are going fast. And in that moment, I had to have that Rogue. Crazy, right?
Wait till you hear how I got my Sentra.
Now Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000 MSRP. Shop the Nissan sales event. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. 2024 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail price. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
At Desert Wholesale Diamond, we pride ourselves on providing top-tier quality, unmatchable prices, and excellent service. I'm Diamond Dave, and my track record in the diamond industry dates back 4 generations. I've eliminated the traditional middlemen, providing you with direct access to wholesale markets.
I'm Jada Cantor, and we offer you the best diamond buying journey of your life. With 3 wholesale offices and a dedicated production team, we make it easy for you to buy diamonds at unbeatable wholesale prices.
Our 34 years of industry leadership proves our dedication, and we continue to lead the way in all areas, particularly in lab-grown diamonds.
Save yourself from paying retail. Experience the most pleasant diamond buying experience ever. Meet Diamond Dave and his team, who are all waiting to assist you with your wholesale diamond purchase.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450, 480-397-2450, or follow him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's at Diamond Dave, Kantor.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the 6-pack?
Bingo. That's what we thought.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So Mr. AZ Sports is out at the Diamondbacks game, and I just noticed he always shows his food. Thankfully, not in his mouth. He puts it on like a little thing there. And he's having roasted alligator and crumble. The hell's crumble? But I know what roasted alligator is.
I know he's been trying to get roasted alligator. I don't know what crumble is.
Well, he's got the roasted alligator. You should. I don't have his. I ain't texted him. You can ask him. Ask him if he likes it, because he's got a big ass plate of it. Yeah, it looks like chicken nuggets there.
He eats a ton of food. He's ridiculous.
Is he fat?
No, he should be. He's really thin, but
he's
like,
young.
He eats a lot.
How old is that dude?
34, 35.
Oh, he's he's got about 5 years of this.
I think it's all the cocaine is what I told him.
Oh,
It has because we're the same age, and I can't eat all that and then not gain weight.
Well, I could.
I've
at
had
your
to
age.
I've had to watch my diet like a hawk
Mhm.
to get it anywhere near
Oh.
where it is right now.
If you and I were the same ages, you'd hate my ass because I could eat like Mr. AZ Sports up until I was in my early 40s, right before I met my wife. That's how I know she loves me, because
6 years ago,
she met me fat.
I could eat anything. Now,
Yeah,
if,
all
if
have
I
that
if I
threshold.
if I look at a cheeseburger, that's 5 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it is official. Simone Biles is the most decorated American gymnast of all time. So that dude can go home now.
Yeah, it's time to leave. She
Yeah,
won her
go back
gold.
to work. It's
Oh,
done. She already got it.
Yeah, but she's gonna probably do individual stuff now.
It's already done. That's fine.
No, that's not how that works.
Supergirl is on the text line. She says, "Hey, it's like a Super Bowl. Be there." Yes, ma'am. I am not going to argue with her.
Yeah, like it really is. That is her Super Bowl. It is the most important event in her sport. It is
Super Bowl. She could laser through her eyes right through you. I'm not arguing.
and it's not and she's essentially the Tom Brady of the sport. I mean, you would be crazy not to go because that relationship would be over faster than you would imagine.
Well,
and if it means something to you, which I assume it does because you married her, go do that.
Yes, sir. Rough Rob says, no, I'm not reading that. Big George says, random thought, Trader Joe's peanut butter pretzels are severely underrated. $2.50 for a big bag of peanut butter pretzels, salty goodness. It's an amazing deal.
That's really random.
I'm afraid to go into Trader Joe's.
Why?
I feel like I come out of there with like my hair like a man bun. I don't want to risk that.
It's just a grocery store.
Mr. AZ Sports said he loves the alligator.
Oh, and crumble is cookies. I am told by Kiss.
He
the Cook.
loves the alligator.
Yeah, he said it's good.
Okay, it's
how much was that plate of alligator and where to get it? Yeah, let's find that out. Sir Drives a lot says nose candy is the dietary supplement. Oh, you don't need to use the nose candy anymore. They've got the Ozempic,
over the counter.
Yeah, you don't have to even do the cocaine.
That's true. You just stick yourself with that Ozempic, and all of a sudden you're 100.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Forget the heart disease and everything else comes with it, but you'll look good.
Hey, heart disease. You don't get heart disease with the Ozempic. What are you talking about?
I can't believe the amount of people that I've talked to that I haven't talked to in maybe 2 months. I look at it again and go, "Whoa, what happened?"
Yeah, right.
Are you dying? No, I took Ozempic. Oh, so you are dying.
It doesn't give you heart disease.
It's not a good thing.
Well, it's not a bad thing. I think
no,
it's
it is a bad thing.
It's like a head start.
Look, watch my podcast. We talk about Ozempic. It's
no, I don't want to watch that. I want you to talk me out of it. I'm going to do it.
I don't want you to talk me out of Ozempic. I'm going to use the Ozempic, and then when I get to a goal, I'm jumping off the Ozempic. I'm just going to eat less. That's my plan.
I want to crap myself, and I'm going to lose weight quicker.
So Mr. AZ Sports said it was $30.
Oh, for that?
Yeah, and he got it at a restaurant on the I-17. So I'm assuming that's
Papados.
Papados, yeah.
Yeah, over there on Olive.
I wouldn't buy it again because it wasn't much food. I'd rather buy it from a dealer and cook it myself. He wants to buy alligator from a dealer. I don't know what that really means.
Well, I think it means his dealer has alligator as well as.
Wow.
Got
a twofer.
Right. So, what just happened? Big George says, "Damn you, Jimmy Fredette. The Americans fell to Serbia 22-14 in 3-3 baseball." I don't think it's
basketball.
I think
and
basketball,
it's not
George.
Jimmy Fredette. It's Jimmer.
Jimmer. No, he spelled that. I just said it wrong.
No, because he's very Mormon.
And so that the men's 3-3. The 3-3 basketball is not doing well for the United States. The women, they got toasted right away.
I haven't seen it yet.
What? I also don't care about the 3-on-3.
I like the 3-on-3 basketball, but that's I grew up playing basketball in a driveway. That's most of the basketball I've played in my life.
Yeah, Chris the Cook says crumbles, expensive ass cookie.
Oh yeah, those are really good though.
I've never had a crumble cookie.
Me neither.
Really?
What makes them better?
They're big and thick and they're just very well flavored. They have all different kinds of flavors. I mean, some really odd ones. It's kind of like a spin-off of Krispy Kreme, but for cookies.
Diabetes.
Oh, there's no Nutella though, but yeah.
I want to keep talking football if we can just talk football. I mean, I'm all for talking crumbles. Now you got my attention on the cookies. I'm completely distracted. Now I'm hungry. Thanks.
Nice. I'll have to go to the gym after this before
Not sure.
dinner.
Stop
Not-
at Crumbles.
Not sure the alligator is going to make me want to cross the street. You know, having had it, ask him if it's rubbery. I mean,
That
don't
was
ruin
my
it for him.
experience too.
Well, he doesn't. He's saying it's good, but he says
Yeah, don't
it's
ruin it for him.
not worth it.
Yeah,
As he's sitting there eating it, and as he starts to go, he's going to go. You ever had a thing? You start eating something, you're like, "Hey, this is pretty good," and then later you're like, "This is a mistake." You know what it was for me? Calamari. I had some calamari, and I was like, "That's really good," you know. And then later on, I had it. I'm like, "I'm eating a wall walker. This thing is very rubbery."
Wall walker.
You remember those as a kid? You throw it to the wall and it stick, and you kind of
Yes.
and just find its way down the wall.
A wall walker.
That was a mistake. Shouldn't have eaten calamari. Should have known little squids or just, you know.
That dude's got a major food fetish.
Who's that? Mr. AZ Sports?
Yeah, like major food fetish.
There's worse things I have a fetish for. Some people like feet. He likes food. I think I'd rather have his fetish.
There's a reason you can't find a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's the reason. Anyway.
Wow.
So John Elway, his fetish is toothbrushes. I'm guessing like him and Shannon Sharp
should be in a Crest commercial.
Just like
because they got big teeth.
The ebony and
Massive
ivory of
teeth.
giant teeth. You know, but John Elway is well, he's also the GM of the Broncos, and he has revealed he said my biggest mistake, which is gonna make Bradley Chubb feel real good. He said my biggest mistake was when I didn't take Josh Allen. And then Josh Allen fell to the Bills, and the rest is history.
Oh, I would have thought that the biggest mistake would have been when he did take Paxton Lynch.
Ooh, kick him in the nuts.
Yikes.
That just went poorly. Hey,
That did.
I actually thought Paxton Lynch was going to be better than
You never know.
what he turned out being, which is not an NFL player.
How's Bradley Chubb been lately?
Solid.
So he's still a good player.
He's a really good pick.
He's not hurt. He's still playing.
He was hurt last year.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year he got hurt, but
Well, he's not hurt this year.
prior to the injury, he was playing good football.
He's in camp, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And good edge rusher.
But you're right, John Elway. You should have taken Josh Allen.
Just-
You're a quarterback.
they-
How did you not think to take Josh Allen when he fell to you?
I don't know. Why did Michael Jordan draft Kwame Brown?
Kwame Brown.
We
wow.
already know that Michael Jordan is bad at things when it becomes
Almost-
anything but playing basketball.
That's actually the rule, though. Larry Bird is the exception. Almost everybody that used to play sports, when they have to now evaluate talent, almost all those guys, like the ones that were stars, they just can't see it. I don't know why.
Josh Allen was questionable coming out of college.
That's true. Josh Allen had never been.
It was Wyoming, wasn't he?
Yeah, Wyoming, and he hadn't been a 60% passer at Wyoming or high school. Like there was nothing statistically to say that Josh Allen was going to be the
Right.
guy we see now.
And he's still an interception machine.
He still
John Elway
is,
was
but
like-
he became a 60% passer, which is solid. You can win football games with that guy as long as he makes more big plays than he has turnovers.
Josh Allen was, John Elway was like, you know what? Forget Josh Allen. We've got Case Keenum. F the process says John Elway's fetish, bad quarterbacks. You're not lying.
Yeah,
They got
You're
Bo
not
Nix
lying.
now.
Well, we'll see about that.
Mhm.
But
I think Bo Nix is going to be good. We'll see.
I have so many doubts about Bo Nix. I
No,
didn't
I'm
see it,
telling you.
man. I didn't see it.
Except for week 1 when he gets pummeled by Seattle, I think he's going to be good.
He's just, you got to throw the football downfield, and Bo Nix is captain check down.
He's captain West Coast offense.
It's okay, but every now and then
He's captain, not starting.
throw the ball
No,
on
he's
that.
gonna start.
Look at that
He's
depth
looked better
chart.
than anybody there in camp so far. He's
Seriously?
blown- yeah, he's blown
Sean
away in
Sean
camp.
Payton is sitting there going, I got Bo Nix, I got Zach Wilson. Like
They love Bo Nix. I mean, they love Bo Nix over there.
I like Bo Nix as a guy, and I think that he's a perfect like point guard style quarterback where you just distribute the football.
That's what he is.
But I think in the NFL you need explosive plays, and he doesn't do that.
Halfway through the first game, Sean Payton's going to get in his car and drive home. That'll be the end of that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Date in Big Georgia sports history. Back to the year 1976, Bruce Jenner, 26-year-old from San Jose, California, with matinee idol looks, won the gold medal in the decathlon at the Montreal Summer Olympic Games. Given the unofficial title of world's greatest athlete, Jenner established a career in television, film, auto racing, business, and as a Playgirl cover model. Bruce Jenner, a prime example of sheer damn manliness. Back to me, Jeffrey. Hey, George.
This is coming.
There's more to the story there. He married into the Kardashian family. You forgot that part, which was
that's the part.
And then after that, things got a little weirder. We don't have time to explain it. You might want to look it up, George. Just
look at Playboy.
Just, I feel like this is incomplete.
You
feel like there is more.
If you wrote an essay like that, you get a 50% on the assignment. Yeah.
Like he used an older encyclopedia.
Just hadn't updated yet.
He wasn't great to Kathleen.
Just printed out a Wikipedia article from about 15 years ago.
If that's George's memory, I'm gonna leave him with that memory. That's fine. Anyway, F the process says, I feel like Bo Nix proves my point that John Elway's fetish is bad quarterbacks. Oh, we weren't arguing with you.
I was.
We weren't arguing.
Ralph was.
I was.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. We'll see you guys again tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.